The roaches are already fighting. Ah, they're ravenous today, guys. They're ravenous. They're absolutely ravenous today. I know you guys can't tell what's on the menu today because they've already eaten like 90% of it, and they're also covering it with their fat, chunky, fat chud roach buddies. But on the menu today we have, of course, kale. It's a different type of kale though. And I'm also giving them green pepper for the first time ever. Green bell pepper. I don't think I've ever given it to them before. I don't think I've ever given them green bell pepper. There's different types of kale? Yeah, there's different types of everything. Different types of kale, there's different types of lettuce, there's different types of spinach, there's different types of people. There's different types of roaches. There's different types of peppers. Without the seeds, right? Why? And they just won't eat the seeds. There's seeds in it. Probably. They're not gonna eat the seeds if they don't want to eat the seeds. I'm not worried about them dying via seed damage. Via seed, death via seed. Death by seed. That sounds inappropriate, but if I think about it too hard. They explode if they eat the seed. This is common knowledge. Well, I guess we'll have a very entertaining stream today then, if that's the case. I can't wait. The seeds are where the heat is in the pepper. It's not a hot pepper! It's a bell pepper! It's a bell pepper! A bell pepper is not hot! It just tastes like pepper, but no spice. Have you never had a bell pepper? It's a bell pepper. It's not spicy. Just like a bell. Never? I like bell peppers, kind of. They're okay. They're alright. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. I don't think you can bring bell peppers now. Anyway, Snowlo, everyone! Snowlo, Snowlo, Snowlo! How are you guys? How are you guys today? The roaches are ravenous, but are you ravenous? Yeah, they're really going nuts. I'm gonna have to give them more food soon. They act like they've been starved for the last 100 years. They have not. They were fed last week. What? There's dino kale because it looks like dinosaur skin? But does it taste like dinosaur skin? I believe that is the question. That is the question. They're definitely acting crazy today. Are the big ones female? Some of the big ones are female. If they have horns on their head, that typically means they're a male. If they don't have horns, then that's more likely a female. That's normally how I tell the best. It's not always like an 100% thing. Like there's still some exceptions, but like 99% of the time, if they got horns in the front, on their head, on the front of their head. If they got little spikes, that means the male. If they don't got little spikes, typically that means the female. Only when they're fully adults. When they're babies, you really can't tell though. When they're grown, typically that's the way I tell. That's my method. I can't really like, you know, flip them over and check if they got a peenar. It doesn't work like that. No, you know, now that I mentioned it, I wonder what roach penar is like. What does it look like? Do they have? They must, right? It must be like an extendo penar. That's my guess. That's my guess. They got. Look one over and check. I have flipped many a roach over, and I have never seen a roach penar. So that's why I'm asking, because I've never seen one. They must be one of those animals that has an extendo peenie, you know, like cats do. Cats got extendo penar. Maybe roaches and cats are pretty similar, you know. Basically the same species. I'm sorry for the glare on this side. I don't know how to get rid of it. It's always so bad on this side. I think the reason that the glare is so bad on the side I'm on is because when I put the what do you call it? What do you call it? I put the paper, not the paper, the sticker. Yeah, the polarizing thing on it. I put the polarizing sticker. I put it on really bad. And I think there's just a lot more bubbles on that side, so it just looks worse. Yeah, insects do it in a lot of ways. Insects are very unique and strange. Coobies! Thank you for the raid! Have you guys ever... I mean, we're not gonna get into... I feel like this isn't quite the time to get into a talk about how the birds and the bees, or specifically the bees, make love. But... if you want to talk about it, I'm just saying... beetles? Beetle penar? Kinda messed up. Kinda messed up. That's all I gotta say. It's quite violent. But then again, I guess you could argue that mantis is violent too. And many die. So I don't know. God, they're going nuts. Oh, I should put the thingy on the screen so that you guys can donate and I can give them more foodie. Foodies? Foodies. There we go. Kale. I have lots more kale where that came from. No. Anyway, hello everyone. How are you guys? How was your week? Did you have a good week or a terrible week? Did you shit your pants this week? I didn't. I didn't. Almost! Almost. No, I the only time I ever shit my pants was at Perry's house. I think something's up with their house too, you know, it's got like an aura. I gotta shit my pants when I'm there. It's the only time it's ever happened to me. I don't know, my days off were good. On Wednesday, the reason I took a day off, I think I already said this, but I took Wednesday off because I was getting cavities filled on Wednesday. I had 2 cavities next to each other. It's like one of those, you know, those cavities like they're in between the tooth, so it's like technically 2 teeth, but like it's just one cavity technically, but they like it's in between. It was one of those. And I made it as I made it really hard for the dentist because I was like, you are not putting a bite block in my mouth. I hate those. And they were like, okay, we don't have to. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, we don't have to. I was like, okay. And they're like, yeah, but you're gonna have to keep your mouth open the whole time. No closing. And I was like, okay, I can keep my mouth open for an hour straight. That's fine. And honestly, it was very hard to keep my mouth open for an hour straight. Ah! And they kept dropping. You guys know how they have like a little suction tube when you're at the dentist, and they like suck out the saliva in the water and stuff like that out of your mouth? They kept dropping it down my throat. They kept dropping it and it kept going down my throat, and so they would be doing my teeth, and then they would like drop it and they would go like, what the fuck? They were just weren't like paying attention to where they were putting it, and it just kept sliding back into my throat. And I started choking! It was the worst. That was honestly the only bad part. I didn't feel any pain or anything. I was so freaking numb, I didn't even know I was alive. That's not true, but I couldn't feel the entire side of my face, so I was cool. Tallest third dental appointment. I think it was because I told them not to use the bite block, so they were like more worried about other stuff too, and they just weren't paying attention. And so they would like put it down for a moment, thinking it would just stay in place, and then it wouldn't. And then it would slide down my throat, and then I would be like, ah! That's cool. It's cool, it's fine. There's a lot of roaches on the screen. Are you guys afraid of the dentist? Have you guys ever had a horrible dental appointment where they had to take out all your teeth and now you're like a grandma and you're just gumming it? Are you guys gumming it? Are you gumming it right now? You guys gumming it? I like having teeth. I don't want to gum it. Everything I hear about American dentist scares me. Bro, okay, so 2 cavities. I was looking at the insurance. So our insurance, thank God, covered the cavities. But I was looking at the insurance for how much it would be if we didn't have insurance. And for 2 cavities, you know, like... I think I get that those are expensive, but like, not crazy expensive. It says... it was $900. I'm like, ain't no way. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. $900. Thank God we have insurance, I guess. But also, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's not fair. Someone who just has cavities and doesn't have insurance, they gotta pay $900. It's crazy. Yeah, I got my wisdom teeth removed when I was in like... I got 2 of my wisdom teeth removed when I was in high school, and then I got 2 of my wisdom teeth removed when I was an adult. Because my insurance, funnily enough, wouldn't cover taking out all 4 at the same time. For some freaking reason. So we decided to like do them years apart so that the insurance would cover it. Which is super cool. But I haven't had wisdom teeth for a long time. You got a root canal? I don't understand how people get root canal. Like, how do you get one of those? I know it's something to do with, like, the roots of the gums or something being infected? Or something. I don't really get it. It scares me. I don't want a root canal. Cavity that gets into gums. Oh. Oh. So if you have like a cavity for a really long time, and then it like gets really, really deep, that's when you get a root canal? I didn't know that. Ah. I guess it's good that I always get cavities removed right as soon as they see them. My mom was actually talking to me the other day, like, did you even see the cavity? Did they show you the cavity on the x-ray? Because I don't believe that you have cavities. And I was like, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at, but like, I think I see it. And she's like, what? What if they're just doing it so that they can take our money? And I'm like, if insurance covers it, doesn't matter. If we're not paying for it, I don't really care if they drill a hole in my head. I would dare to lobotomy for free. If you pay me, I would do a lobotomy. Yeah, but that was even better. The trudlings are devouring their food. You can't even see their food because there's so many roaches on it. Is this giving you the heebie-jeebies yet? Is this giving you the heebie-jeebies? Are you feeling the heebie-jeebies? Looking at all these roaches while talking about teeth? I used to drink sugary energy drinks, so I got a lot of cavities from when I drank sugary energy drinks. But now I don't. I can't stand sugary energy drinks, so I think I'm safe. Thank you, Luminous, for the roaches and for the killing. Thank you. Okay, let me grab some more. It's gonna scare them. I'm gonna put it right on their heads. Get a piece of pepper and some kale. Like unfazed. And they come right back. They'll come back. This takes them a minute. Yeah, I don't know. It's so like foggy here. I think there's like a bubble. Guess I'll move my head over here for now. But look at how foggy it is there. What the heck happened? I need to like pull off the sticker and redo it or something. That is not what it's supposed to look like. It looks very clear over here. Maybe I should just move the food, like, over here. I'm gonna bother you guys. They'll come back, don't worry. They'll come back. They'll come back. Just give them a second. They'll start storming the place again in no time. They're eating a big piece of pepper there. They're enamored with the pepper. Which roach is hotbox in the terrarium? That would be me. I farted in the terrarium. I actually open the terrarium just to fart and then I close it again. And sometimes they're like, oh, food! And then I just fart and they're like, oh, this is fine, I guess. I'm kidding. Do you leave the keychain in the terrarium? I do. I do leave it in there. Not because for any reason in particular other than I just forget sometimes to pick it out. Do they have a favorite food? They really like peas, frozen peas. They like kale. It's a staple. I fed them dried strawberries one time and they went crazy for that, so maybe dried strawberries would be their favorite. Strawberries, maybe? I don't know. I like the gummies. Yeah, that's not good for them though. I think they like cheese. I don't know. I'm sure they'd eat it, but I don't know if it would be their favorite. I was gaming with Skylar. Skylar and Yui and Pee-Pee and Pekko. Was there anyone else there? Oh, and Sweaty. Yeah, it was fun. I really liked that game. I really like Flock Around. I'm probably gonna play it on my own time a lot. It's just very relaxing. It's not really the kind of friend slap game I expected. I mean, we honestly all went into it not knowing anything about the game. The only person who knew anything about the game was Pee-Pee. It's called Flock Around. I thought it was just gonna be another friend slap game. I mean, it is friend slap in the sense that you play it with friends, but it was it was just very chill. It was really chill. You literally just walk around and take pictures of birds. You just take pictures of birds. Search for birds and take pictures of the birds. That's why I'm like almost wondering if you can classify it as friend slap. Because it wasn't friend slap in the typical, like, there was no real, like, it's, you know how most friend slap games, it's like a kind of like, it's like a game, you know, you actually you're working towards something, and I guess you were working towards something in Flock Around in the sense that you were working towards unlocking new areas, but it was just like not the same, you know. It was just like way more chill than your regular friend slap game. It was like just like a hangout game, kind of like web fishing. You remember web fishing? I feel like, you know, everybody's forgotten about web fishing, but it was kind of more like web fishing. So it was just like you hang out, take pictures, talk about stuff with your friends. There's no rage. There's no ruining friendships. There's no killing your friends. Dave the Diver? I love Dave the Diver. I played that whole game. Aren't they gonna come out with a Dave the Diver 2 someday, right? I feel like I remember seeing something about that. I'll definitely get on that whenever they do. When did the term friend slap really start? I feel like Lethal Company. Kind of. Somewhere around Lethal Company was when it started, like, becoming a term people use. Because, like, after, like, the popularity of Lethal Company, there was a lot of co-op games with friends that came out to kind of try to recreate that same buzz around it. Yeah, content warning was pumped out really fast, and Repo came out. It just felt like there was just now, after Lethal, I feel like a ton of things were just being pumped out. I think it was more around content warning. Did content warning come before Lethal Company? Why don't we look up what game popularized? Because there was definitely games before that would count as friend slap, but Repo was like, I feel like it was like one of the first. And then I know Lethal came out, and then I think Content Warning came out really soon after it, and then there was Repo, and then there was Peak, and now there's just tons and tons and tons of things get pumped out all the time. Phasmophobia, Friend Slap? I feel like it would count in the same category, but it definitely predates all the others. That game definitely predates, you know, Lethal. There's, like I said, there's definitely been Friend Slap games around way before Friend Slap became a popular term. But I feel like, yeah, they really blew up within the last couple of years. Lethal Company, I think, was the one that popularized it, I think. Do my roaches run away when you pet them? Yeah, they don't like being pet. They wouldn't like that at all. I mean, as much as Friend Slap is Friend Slap, I love Friend Slap. I like a lot of the games that come out of it. I think it's a good way for indie developers to. I think what's it's Friend Slap, but there's been a lot of indie developers and indie development teams that have been able to create things that got really popular and probably made them a good amount of money. And I think that's really important, you know? Because I think a lot of game developers often feel like, well, where do I start? I want to make a game, but I don't know what would do good. And Friend Slap is just like a good starting point, yeah. It doesn't even have to be that good because you're playing it with your friends, and like half of the enjoyment is just messing around. So you can make a kind of a game that's not amazingly made, and people still love it. I mean, Friend Slap is great for streamers too. Streamers, I think, benefit a ton from Friend Slap games because they can play it on stream with other people. It's a good collab thing. And I mean, who doesn't like playing a little game with their friends? It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, we're definitely approaching the time where we're really avoiding, or not avoiding, we're kind of leaving AAA games behind a little bit. I feel like AAA games being the centerpiece of gaming content and gaming media is kind of long past. The games that are the most popular and the ones that we enjoy the most now are always indie, small team, passion projects, and I think that's really cool. Also, indie games, making them is becoming more accessible, which I think is really awesome. I don't know how to make a game, but I think it's amazing all the people who do. Yeah, AAA games are also expensive. Freaking, ugh. $60 for a game? Why would I pay $60 for a game when I can pay $10 for a Friend Slap game and then play it a million times? Can these roaches fly? No, none of these roaches can fly. None of them can fly. Part of the reason why they make good pets. Because they don't freaking fly at it. They don't fly at you. They can't run away. You know, it's really hard to keep things that fly. People who have pet birds kind of baffle me. Because, like... what if it flies away? You know? You know, like... what if it flies away? I would be so distraught. Like, if it flies away, it's not like an animal, like a cat or a dog. If it runs away, at least you'll find it on the ground. If it flies away, you've got an entire dimension that you also have to search, which is the air. You can't just search on ground. You gotta also search the air. And you can't even fly too. You've seen missing bird posters? I've seen like somebody lose their parrot, and I've like seen them on people's roofs, and I'm like, whose fucking parrot is that? And then like somebody will run down the street and be like, hey, have you seen my parrot? I'm like, what? Yeah. Okay, gotta go catch my parrot. I don't even know how you would catch your parrot, bro. Gotta go catch my parrot. I gotta go catch my parrot. They like the peppers a lot, it seems. They seem really focused on those peppers. Might be a new fave of theirs. Green bell peppers. Most people hate green bell peppers, but apparently roaches love green bell peppers. Who'd have thought? I'm all out of peas, so I can't feed them peas today. It's just kale and peppers. These roaches are friendly. These are pet roaches. They do not cause infestations. All they do is hiss and scream and poop and eat and sleep and hiss. There's also some dubia roaches in there. I've been trying to move all the dubia roaches into my other terrarium so that I can like keep track of them better. I also learned that dubia roaches can't climb glass, which I didn't know. I guess I just always assumed that all roaches could climb glass. I don't know why. But Madagascar hissing roaches have little suction cups on the bottom of their feet. And they can climb the glass of the terrarium. So they can, you know, if you don't have a lid on there, they can just escape. So you need a lid. But dubia roaches, apparently, they don't need a lid on their terrarium because they can't climb. And I didn't know that. They can't freaking climb. So I've been trying to separate them. This is my main roach terrarium, but the other terrarium, I kind of use it. It's mostly dubia roaches, but then also if I see a hissing roach that seems like it's doing poorly, like it might be sick, or like it's getting bullied or something like that, because it is very crowded in this terrarium, then I will move them into the other terrarium to give them some space. Yeah, they do act as free food waste removal. Whenever I have leftovers that I don't want to eat, or if I drop food on the floor, you know where it goes. You know where it goes. It goes to the roaches. They don't smell like anything. They smell like dirt. Like if you go outside and you stick your nose in the dirt, that's pretty much what they smell like. Like it's not a great smell, but it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell rotten or anything. It just smells like dirt. It smells like dirt. Dirt. Earthy. Yeah, planty. Earthy. If they smell stinky, that typically means somebody is dead. And then I have to clean out the terrarium and find the dead roach. But they smell like their body? They can smell like dirt too. That's what they smell like. If you pick up a roach and you sniff it, it'll probably just smell like dirt. The thing is, I am very allergic to my roaches, so I can't really pick them up and sniff them. Because I will have an allergic reaction, but that's neither here nor there, you know. I don't know. They really like those peppers. How long do they live? It depends. They can live a good couple of years. You know what? Let's look this up so I don't get this completely wrong. How long do... Because they don't die very often for me. 2 to 5 years. Yeah, that sounds about right. 2 to 5 years. So they don't really die too often. some of them eat a lot and get really fat. Some of them do. They seem to know when they should stop eating, though. Can they be tickled? I think they could probably tickle each other with their antennae. I mean, like, sometimes I'll see them walk into each other or, like, touch each other with their antennae, and then one will go... like, what? Like it didn't expect to be touched? So maybe it got spooked, or maybe it got tickled? I don't know. Okay, they love those peppers. I have another piece of pepper to give them. And a little bit more kale. I guess I should get more peppers in the future. I didn't realize they would like them so much. Two years? 2 to 5 years. I can live 5 years. Some roaches give live birth. Yeah, Madagascar hissing roaches do. It's a very interesting thing to see. It's a very weird thing to discover one day. To, like, wake up one morning and see a roach giving live birth. Yeah, it's really weird. Can slugs eat the capsaicin? I don't know how to say that word. I don't know how to say that word. Capsaicin? Look at these fat Chud roaches over there. Capsaicin. Capsaicin sounds like a Pokemon. Prove me wrong. Capsaicin sounds like a Pokemon. That sounds like a Pokemon name. Cause it is? Is it? Oh, what? It is? Huh? Is it a Pokemon too? Whenever I see you guys type that word, my brain always like it defaults the word to Capri Sun, and then I have to look at it really hard and be like, no way they're talking about Capri Suns right now. I haven't had a Capri Sun since I was like 10. It kind of makes me crave I want to try a Capri Sun. I want to try a Capri Sun as a grown-ass adult. I want to. Capri Sun. They're bad now. What do you mean they're bad now? I wasn't allowed to have them very much as a kid anyway. My mom was like, those will make you fat! Capsakid into Skullvillian. Capsakid. Oh, this is one of the newer Pokemon. Oh! Oh, it is based off of a pepper. Interesting. Ah! I always understood the Skullvillian name because, like, isn't heat measured by like scovilles or something? That's what it's called. It's called like scovilles. I never realized Capsakid was referring to capsaicin, not Capri Suns. Capsaicin, Yeah, scovilles. I always knew that word. Scoville. Capsakid. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really a fan of any of the new Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I know they're not new anymore. They're old now at this point. But I feel like it was one of the saddest gens yet. I feel like I didn't like the bike Pokemon at all. I didn't like the bikes. That being said, actually, is there a Roach Pokemon? I wonder. There has to be. Well, there's Pheromosa. She's kind of like a Roach, right? She's supposed to be Roach-like. Yeah, well, it's kind of crazy that they haven't done any other Roach themes. You liked quite a few. I don't know, I don't... See, okay, here's my thing. I didn't really like any of the starters in the last gen. I know the new gen starters, I actually... The ones for the... What's the new game that's supposed to come out someday? Winds and Waves or whatever? I think the starters we've seen for that, they look pretty cool. I'm excited for those. I mean, they could really ruin them. They definitely could, but compared to last time, my excitement is definitely more based on the starters. Here, let's look through some Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. And let's raid them. Let's rate them. And see. I was just like not happy. Well, I also wasn't happy with the game. The game felt very unfinished to me. I was not happy with the last game. Sun and Moon was really good. Sun and Moon, I agree. I feel like that was the last good one. But also the 3DS. The time of the 3DS was a very different... There was a different era, you know? Things were so different. I loved that, like, pixelized 3D look that a lot of the games had, where it was, like, kind of 3D, but kind of still isometric and kind of pixely still. Get off the screen, you freak! Get off the screen! It was... Ah! It's on the screen! They always do this to me. Alright. Let's see. I wasn't a big fan of any of the starters in the last gen. I'm gonna put this on my screen. I'm gonna put this on my screen. Oh, there you go. That's a little big, Lemmy. Oh, I can't see the roaches, Lemmy. Yeah, well, hold on, guys. Oh, well, you can't see them anyway, because there's a big freaking roach bite on the screen. Get off the screen! Okay. These are the Scarlet and Violet Pokemons. I mean, I'm a little bit biased because I do love bugs. But I thought Tarantula was pretty cute. I think this guy's pretty cute, okay? I think he's pretty cute. He's clever. I think he's clever. I think he's silly. I think he's pretty cute. I think he's a little goofy for a Pokemon. But he's still pretty cute. Like, he almost gives me more, like, Yokai Watch vibes than Pokemon. But he's still pretty cute. He's still pretty cute. Do I have any other insects as pets? Yeah, I have tarantulas. I have a black widow. I have a tiny baby scorpion. Oh, I should actually give him a little spritz of water right now. That reminds me. I have a jumping spider. Where are you, baby? There you are. You don't like the spider one? I like him. I like him. What's the shiny tarantula look like? Oh, there is none. Okay, what? I didn't know that was possible. But I don't like what he turns into. What the frick is this? This thing. This thing is god-awful. Spidops? Why did they do this to him? they do this to him? It turned into this. Can't believe they returned my tarantula into this freak. I kind of understand what it's based off of, but I still think it's a bad design. It's a bad design. He's the trap Pokemon. Ugh. Bad design. I thought Nimbo was kind of cute. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't like it very much. Like, I think it's cute. But it's not my favorite. And you know, like... But then, you know, when it evolves... Why? Just why? Why would they do this again? Also, why is he a dark type? He looks like he's very clearly made out of metal or something. I feel like he should be a bug steel or something like that. Like, right? Doesn't he look more bug steel than bug dark to you? Why is he bug dark? Spidops is based off of an ogrefish spider. Is that what it's based off of? Fish spider. Yeah, but like even the actual ogrefish spider is cuter than whatever the hell they did to Spidops, bro. Look at his face. Look at this little guy. He's freaking. Look at this dude. Like I can kind of see the reference, but like, look at this dude. They could have done so many cool things with this guy. So they made him look like a weird... whatever the hell this is. He looks like he's made out of straw. It's a net casting spider? Well, I don't care what spider he's supposed to be. He's ugly! He's ugly! And he doesn't even look like a spider to me. I'll say it. I'll be the one to say it. He doesn't even look like a spider. He looks like a bitch. Oh my god, get your butt off the screen, guys. I always start doing this at some point. Oh. Okay. Let's see, what else we got? Why is Hoppip on this list? I guess this is just the whole Pokédex, not just... I thought Pawmi was cute. I mean, a lot of people just argue it's like another Pikachu. It's a Pikachu ripoff. Okay, but you know what? Pikachu is a Pichu was a Pikachu ripoff. And you know what? Pikachu ripoffs are cute. You know, sometimes if one thing succeeds, keep making it. Young Goose. That was one of the new ones too. This guy... I get that he's supposed to be like the Zigzagoon kind of the region, but like what is this? What is this? This little looks like an old man. They made a Pokemon that looks like a old man. Give me more Pikachu ripoffs. I like the Pikachu ripoffs. I also hate this squirrel. It's just a squirrel. And the whole thing they did with this squirrel is they just make it fat. They're like, how do we turn a squirrel into a Pokemon? I wonder. Oh, let's just make it fat. Let's just make the squirrel fat, guys. And that's a Pokemon now. No! Terrible idea. Whoever came up with this squirrel design smells. Gumshoe's supposed to be a detective? Well, he's ugly. I don't like the fat squirrel. What else was new this gen? Oh, I did like the regional variant of Whopper and Clodsire. There's a lot of regional variants that I actually quite like. But I did like... He's so cute. He's so fat. He's a fat boy. Was this a new one? This one new? What's Generation 8? I don't know what Generation 8 means. Anyway, I think this guy's ugly. It is Sword and Shield. Oh, I never played Sword and Shield. I don't like this design either. He looks like he looks like... You know what this Pokemon looks like to me? He looks like he came out of a Lego set, like a Ninjago Lego set. That's what he looks like to me. He looks like a kid's Lego Ninjago toy. That's what he looks like. I don't like... Oh my god, they're actually fighting. Guys, stop fighting! I'm gonna have to give him more food, guys. Also, when I give him more food, I'll get the roaches that are trying to block our sight off the screen. Tandem Mouse and Mousehold, those were new too. These were new? Yeah, these were new. I don't know. I mean, I guess I think the concept is cute, but it's just kind of boring. This wasn't like a... do we really need a family Pokemon? We need a family Pokemon?
Burger fine. Maybe some kale.
I mean, well, we can definitely do the kale, and we can do maybe a pepper. I don't know about a burger though. I don't have any burgers in stock. As much as I would love a burger right now. Get off the screen! Evacuate! Don't worry, guys. They'll come back. They always do. Okay. I'm back to look at more Pokemon. Don't worry, they'll slowly come back. They'll slowly come back. Yeah, some of them have just learned not to care when I stick my hand in there, but most of them still scatter. Fido, you like the bread dog? I know a lot of people really like the bread dog. But again, maybe I'm biased. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I think they could have done a way better design with the bread dog. That's my thing. I think they could have done way better dog bread designs. But this is what they made. And I'm just kind of like... Ew. I don't like it. This one too. I just feel like they could have done way better. But they made these instead. This is what they created. I'm not a fan of the bread dogs. I'm sorry to disappoint. Was Bounce Sweet a new one? No, this is from 7. Smoliv was the new one. Smoliv! I like Smoliv. I like Smoliv. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I like Smoliv. I like Smoliv. He's small. He's an olive. He's Smoliv. He's just cute. He's like Buddy, yeah. And I didn't mind this evolved form of Smoliv. I don't think it's the best ever, but I don't mind it. But when it gets to this one, I get that it's supposed to be like the olive plant, but I feel like we've kind of just lost the plot at this point. I feel like we lost the plot with this one. I get the idea. You like it? It's not the worst. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of this one. Extra bit a bunch of Smoliv hanging off of it. I honestly, the thing is, I don't know how I would have made this better though. I can't really think of a way to make it look better. I get that it's an olive plant. It just like, I guess my biggest thing with it is just the jump from this one to this one. Like, when I first saw this Pokemon, I had no idea that this was related to Smoliv. Because it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, I get that these are olives, but they're not the same color as Smoliv, and I know that's how olives work, but also, like, they kind of just look like eggplants. To me. Looks like a little, like it's growing eggplants. Like, this is an eggplant plant. Eggplants don't even grow like this. This is eggplant tree. That's what it looks like to me. If they were a little Smoliv, I think that could be cute. If they had little faces on them, maybe, so just to show that they were growing more Smolivs, maybe that would be better. I think that could add to the design. I couldn't see that these two were related initially. Was this one new? Generation 8. No, that's Sword and Shield. I don't like the coal ones. Especially this motherfucker. Whoever made this... I know this isn't originally from Scarlet and Violet, but... Why? It's so ugly! Again, it looks like some kid's fucking... A kid's little shitty toy that they got at Walmart for $1. It's like Pokemon, quote unquote. Oh, this is Pokemon. We have Pokemon at home. You know, that's what it looks like to me. Appleton. Okay. I don't hate Applin. I think Applin is cute. I think it's a good concept. I like the idea. Wait. This was also from Sword and Shield. Shit. I didn't even know that. But Flapple? Can somebody kill Flapple, please? Can we just kill Flapple? Why does it have to sometimes evolve into Flapple and then sometimes evolve into Appleton? Appleton is adorable. It's so cute. It's rotund. It's unique. What the fuck is Flapple? Flapple is not creepy cute. Flapple is an abomination. That is an abomination. They should have just killed this one and just stuck with Appleton. That's what I think. No, this one's new. This one's from, yeah, Squawkability. Yeah, this one's bad. This is just Chad art, but worse. Right. You love Squawkability, really? No! It's It's ugly. This is just a worse Chadot. Chadot is cool. What happened to this guy's hairdo? I hate him. I hate him. Ugly. Is this one new? Oh, this one's also from... You're back to... This guy looks like he's straight out of Minecraft. I'm kind of tired of the Minecraft-esque Pokemon. Can you tell? When they start shaping Pokemon more like cube-shaped, I start hating it. Stop making Minecraft Pokemon. These guys are Minecraft Pokemon. And then if you want to get into even more Minecraft Pokemon, these guys. No! I don't want Minecraft in my Pokemon. I love Minecraft and I love Pokemon. I want them separate. Separate. Knackley. I like Knackley, but then we start getting into Minecraft. I hate this design so much. Knacklestack. Knackley is okay, but you cannot defend Knacklestack. You cannot defend this. Knacklestack? No. And then it gets even worse. What the fuck? What? No! No! Yes, it looks like a golem from Minecraft. This one looks like a Minecraft sheep, and then this one looks like a golem from Minecraft. I hate it. This one is okay in comparison. At least it looks like a little salt, like a little black of salt. I get it, but like, oh my god, I can't deal with the rest. Oh yeah, a bunch of the... What were these Pokemon called? Wait, was this one not one of the... Oh no, this was just an evolved form. I also... This is ugly. This is butt ugly. And also, I just want to say, I hate... No, I hate monkey Pokemon anyway. I think we have too many monkey-themed Pokemon and I'm tired of it. They just want more excuses to give Pokemon arms and legs. That's how I feel. They're trying to disguise it behind being like, hey, no, this animal actually walks on its legs and it actually has arms, so it's not like we're anthropomorphizing a Pokemon. No! Ugly. I don't want my Pokemon to look human. I don't want them to look human. I don't want them to look like monkey. I don't want human or monkey. No human, no monkey. No human or monkey. No human or monkey. I don't want human or monkey Pokemon. No. I don't enjoy any of them. The only one... There's so many too. There's so many. If there was like significantly less than there are, I would not hate them as much too, I think. But I hate them. Gardevoir? Gardevoir is not a monkey Pokemon. I guess it's very humanoid. But I don't know. I know that a lot of people say Gardevoir is sexy, but I don't feel that. Mr. Mime. I don't think Mr. Mime's a great design either. Oh, this one! It doesn't look like Pokemon. But I do like it. I know I just went on a rant about how I don't want my Pokemon to look like humans. And have arms and legs. But like... Yeah, he looks more like a Digimon. He looks like a little guy in armor. I don't know, I think it's cute. I like it! I don't know if I like it as a Pokemon. It looks like it would be something... It looks like a character from Smash. You know? Like just from some random season. Oh, you know what it looks like? It looks like Mega Man, kind of. Mega Man vibes, yeah. Got the Mega Man vibes going in there. I don't hate them, but they don't really look like Pokemon. I don't know how I feel about owning one of them that looks like, I mean, these are dudes at this point. This is a dude. This is just a dude. Is it really okay to put a dude in your balls and then make him fight for your pleasure? I think that's something that we banned quite a few years ago. I think that's called illegal. Stop putting little dudes in your balls, you freak. I put hella little dudes in my balls. Okay, well, you know, I put little dudes in my balls all the time when I play Pokemon, but, you know, I can still complain about it. Ugh. 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 I don't even know what to say about this. It's ugly. It's just an ugly bird. This one's kind of cool, but also pretty ugly. He looks cooler when he's flying, because you can really see, like, the electric theme and the wings. But he kind of just looks like a fat fuck. Like my roaches, little fat fucks. I hated Dun Spars. I won't lie, I tried really hard to get the Dun Spars, the one with the extra Dun Spars. I still tried to get the Dun Spars, but I don't think it's good. I still think it's, I don't like the design. I think it's bad, but I still tried to get one. It did feel really forced, but I still tried to get one, okay? But it didn't. You know. Was this one new? No, this one was new. I mean, I don't know if we really needed another evolved form of Girafarig. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. What the fuck is this? I hate this. I hate this. Kill it with fire. This was in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You guys don't even remember this motherfucker because he was so ugly and so tiny and so dumb that nobody fucking cared about it. Strudel. I mean, like, at this point, like, this isn't even a mouse. This is not a mouse. This is a lie. This looks more like a bug. This looks more like a mite. Like a weird little bug. And I love bugs, but, like, what is wrong with this guy? If they called him a bug, I would understand more, but he's not. He's supposed to be a mouse? Again, we got another monkey Pokemon. He doesn't really give me monkey vibes, though. Also, why does the mouse that doesn't look like a mouse turn into a monkey? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, he does look more like a lemur. I guess a lemur is technically a monkey. I don't really think of lemurs as monkeys, though. I see lemurs as more animal-like than monkey-like. Don't bully Strudel. I'm gonna bully Strudel as much as I freaking want to bully Strudel. Because he's a little shit, okay? He's ugly. Ugly. I don't like him. How did you guys feel about the region variant Tauros? I thought it was boring. They tried to, like, make this a big thing, too. The region variant Tauros, because there was, like, one you could get from each game. I don't like it. It's just boring. You think it's cool? I think it's boring. I think if they wanted to go with the Regent variant Tauros, they could have gone for way cooler designs. That's my thing. Like, I get that it's because, you know, it's supposed to take place in Spain. There's no bulls are very, you know, traditional. But I just think they could have done, like, way better designs. These are just such boring designs. Like, the only real difference is the the blue and then the red. That's the only real difference. Like, if they had given this guy, like, a fire mane or something, and a fire tufts on his tail, maybe. And then, like, with this one, they made him, like, they gave him, like, a watery mane or something. That could be cool, right? That could be epic. That could be, oh, or, like, watery horns. Oh, yeah, or fiery horns. That could be so cool. Yeah, they're more water buffalo. But no. But no, no. They're boring instead. And then if you get a combat bred one, it doesn't have any color. It's even more boring. Just a different breed of bull. I think they could have done better. You're waiting for me to get more roaches? I don't need to buy more roaches. I have too many. This terrarium is overflowing with roaches. I don't need more roaches. You want me to die being eaten by roaches in my sleep one night? They're all gonna escape and like start a crusade against me? And like eat my body as I sleep? As I slumber? They're not smart enough to figure out how to start a crusade, but you don't have enough species. You know, one time on Craigslist, I saw question mark roaches. This was a couple of years ago, though. I saw question mark roaches for sale on Craigslist a couple of years ago, and I thought about getting them. But this was before I like had a proper roach colony. You know, I had like a couple roaches back then. I didn't know it was gonna turn into this. But honestly, sometimes I look back on that and I'm like, I should have gotten those question mark roaches. I should have gotten them. I didn't know anything about them. I should have just gotten them though. The thing is, I'm not against it, per se. But like, I'm very fearful of ordering bugs online. Or any animal online, for that matter. I know it's a very common practice now. And I shouldn't be as worried as I am. But if I ordered a bug online, or an animal online or anything, and it arrived to me dead, I would put so much of the blame on myself for even ordering it in the first place. Even though I know that's not my fault, and it could have been any number of things, from them packaging it wrong to like the delivery being, you know, really aggressive. But if I got something dead, I would cry. I would legitimately cry. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Roach Crossing? Roach Crossing? Like Animal Crossing for roaches? That's a cute name. Yeah, I know roaches are really hardy. I know roaches are really hardy, so the likelihood of roaches showing up dead is probably pretty slim. I'm more worried about it with like spiders and tarantulas and stuff. But I just I don't know. I don't trust myself. And also, if I start ordering stuff online, if I start ordering bugs online, I'm opening up a rabbit hole for myself to be able to order literally any bug ever. And I can't open up that door. Because if I open up that door, I'm never coming back. I already have enough bugs as is. People who come into my house are like, what's wrong with this freaky room? It's full of bugs. Your room is full of bugs. It's weird. We had an electrician come in one time, and they had to check something in my room, and they would not get anywhere near my roaches. Because my roach terrarium is just sitting on my desk. And they were like, yeah, I'm not even gonna look at the thing because I don't want to be near that. And I'm like, okay. So, I think I have enough bugs. I don't think there's anything wrong with bugs. I think people who don't like bugs are very small-minded individuals. But I can't open up the door. Why are you trying to... You're like, this is like... What do you call it when people try to make you do drugs? What do you call it when people try to like make you do drugs? You're trying to like make me do bugs though, not drugs. Peer pressure. You're peer pressuring me into roaches. You can never have too many bugs. I can though. I can. I really can. Because I'm a young adult, and the reality is I probably might not live where I live right now for, you know, I'm probably gonna move sometime within the next couple of years. I'm not like in a place I'm settled in my life. So I feel like I'm a little like hesitant to like get new pets. Young, yeah, you guys think I'm a hag? How old do you think I am? 60? Come on. Like an old lady. Nah, my roaches! I can't leave my roaches! Nah. 35 at least is crazy! You guys are insane. 26? Nope, you're still wrong. I don't... Down! I'm a young woman. Okay? I swear. I swear. 70 for sure? You think a 70-year-old would be more hesitant about buying? I think they would be like, fuck it, my life's almost over. I'll just buy whatever. But like, yeah, like I want to get myself like a cat. We have cats in my house. They're my family's cats though. They don't like me. 65. You're right. That's it. Yep. You got it. You got it. I've been wanting a cat, right? But if I think I'm going to move within the next couple of years, most likely, because my life, you know, is kind of just starting, if you think about it. I just can't imagine having to make the decision to either leave the cat here or, you know, pay a lot of money to bring it with me. So I would just rather not get a cat. You know, that's kind of how I feel. Sometimes I have dreams that I'm like gonna move to like across the country, and that I have to put my roach terrarium in like a UPS box and ship it with me or something. I'm like, imagine I have the dreams about all the terrible things that go wrong. But we're not at that point yet. I honestly don't know what I would do with all my roaches if I moved. I might just, if I moved, as sad as it is, I might just give them all away to like a pet store. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of also like a little bit of a penny pincher. They're so easy to move, bro. I believe you, but I'm scared. So many things could go wrong. Anyway, I'm also kind of a penny pincher, so any way I can save money, I'm always like thinking about it. If I were to move, I'd be like, okay, how can I make this as inexpensive a move as physically possible? Can I just leave everything behind? I probably would. I'd probably leave everything behind if it was cheap. I'd be like, I'll just leave. That's fine. I'll just leave. You put your scissors in a pillowcase and put it into a box? Are you serious? Did you take them on the plane like that? Or did you like, was it like a road trip? I don't know. I mean, like, if I was to move and it was like a road trip or something, I mean, I could probably move them fine. You know, you gotta rent like a U-Haul for that anyway. So, I could put them in my U-Haul if I did move. But if I had to take plane, like if I was moving to a different country or something for whatever reason, then I don't think it would be possible to take the roaches with me, unfortunately. I cannot imagine trying to convince an airline to bring 200 roaches in a terrarium onto a plane. No, they're safe, I swear! And then, or maybe you'd have to like ship them by boat. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's why... I don't know, that's why I'm kind of against getting anything that's gonna force me to like settle down for a long time. That's just how I am. I mean, I've brought spiders on a plane before too. As long as they don't know, then it's fine. But it's kind of hard for people to not know if you have a big terrarium full of roaches. Like maybe one roach you could probably sneak onto a plane. But like, this many roaches? This many roaches? And there's way more that you can't see because they're freaking hiding. I don't think I could sneak that many roaches on a plane. I will look at Roach Crossing, I will. Don't tempt me though, I'm scared. You're gonna make me unlock a door that I can't unlock. Relock. Relock? Here, I'll look it up. Roach Crossing. Roaches for sale. Yeah, I've put spiders in my carry-on luggage, and I've snuck them on planes before. This better not put me on a no-fly list, but honestly, like I've said before, if you go through TSA and they just don't even notice, then you're good. Just don't let it get out. Just don't let it get out. Bioterrorism. I'm not going between countries, though. I'm staying within the country, so it's all legal. Striped sun roach. Striped sun roach looks interesting. I don't know anything about it, but it doesn't even look like a roach from this picture. Yeah, I'll put it on screen. This is a striped sun roach? They're like so tiny. What are they eating? Fish food? Looks like fish food. I know they're supposed to be nymphs, but like, how big do they get? How big do they get? It doesn't say. 9 months. I don't know. Could probably Google it. They look cute. Oh, that's my stream. Deceptive lobe-wing roach. Why is he deceptive? Little gem roach. Whoa, these guys don't even look like roaches. These look like, what do you call them? I call them sandhoppers. Little guys that live in the sand. Oh, they're from Florida. Well, I guess that makes kind of sense. They look like little sandhoppers. Those don't even look like roaches. A lot of these roaches don't have pictures, unfortunately. Perry! Perry! Sand fleas, yeah. That's what they kind of looked like to me. Sand fleas. Florida skunk roach. Oh my god, you can get American roaches? Like just straight up. Probably the coolest American cockroach strain ever created, bearing an undeniable resemblance to Marvel supervillain Venom. These are just regular American roaches that look like Venom. Am I keeping multiple species together? There's some dubias in there. I've been trying to move my dubias to my other roach terrarium, roach colony, but they keep showing up, like that one right in the middle. Pretty sure that's a dubia. They just keep showing up, no matter what I do. No matter how many I move into the other terrarium, they always show up again. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. They're not hurting nobody. It's just, it's just funny. They live together just fine. They like burrowing, yeah. They live in the dirt a lot, which is, I guess, part of the reason I have so much trouble finding them. But yeah, if that one's still eating at the end of stream, I'll probably pick him up and put him in my other colony. Because the other colony is mostly dubia roaches, and then I have a couple of hissing roaches in there that were, like, not doing super well in this colony for some reason. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they were getting bullied, or maybe they were sick or something, but a lot of times, if I just move them into the other one, where it's a lot more chill, they get better. So, I do it. I don't know why. They just need, like, some space or something. Do I use them for feeding or just to keep them? I just have them as a pet. I didn't get them on purpose. It started as I got roaches to feed my tarantulas, and then none of my tarantulas would eat roaches, and then I started impulse buying Madagascar hissing roaches because whenever I would go to the pet store, I would see Madagascar hissing roaches and they would be starving and they would be all sad in those little containers, and I could tell that they had been there for months and hadn't eaten anything, and I would feel really bad for them, so then I would impulse purchase them. Then I would impulse purchase my Madagascar hissing roaches, and then it became a colony, and that's how I have these roaches, guys. Pet stores have really questionable breeding standards? Yeah. They also have really questionable feeding standards. I mean, I get that Madagascar hissing roaches in the pet stores that are being sold as food, you know, they don't really care if they live or die. They just want to sell them. So if they starve to death, they don't really care. But I would come across the ones that were starving to death, and it would make me so sad. I would pay money for them. And it was always like 10 bucks for two, and I would be like, yeah, I don't care. I'll spend that much money. That's like ridiculously priced. But I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'm saving lives. I'm saving lives! But yeah, that's how my roach terrarium started. And I'm also super allergic to my roaches. So that's super cool. I still love them. I just can't really touch them. I can't hug them. I can't kiss them. I can't sniff them. If I sniff them, I can't do any of that. It'll give me a really bad allergic reaction. In fact, I think I'm starting to get that allergic reaction because I'm losing my voice. Yeah, roaches are really easy to take care of. I love them very much. And they're also great for just giving leftovers. Chibi scrub roach. Well, it's called chibi, so I immediately love it. I mean, they're really chill. They're really easy to take care of. Easier, in my opinion. I know so many people disagree with me, but in my opinion, I think that bugs, or at least roaches and spiders, are way, way easier to take care of than freaking fish. People are always like, oh, get a fish. It's like the easiest pet in the world. No, fish are complicated. You know what's not complicated? Bugs. Bugs are easy. Bugs are easy. I love bugs. Spiders are easy. Roaches are easy. The only hard thing about having like spiders and stuff is you have to give them live food. But I have a mealworm farm in my basement, so that's not a problem for me. They just get mealworms whenever. Because my chickens also love mealworms. Yeah, I used to work in an aquarium, and it was like the worst. I mean, there's a lot of things I loved about it, but I also got to see the terribleness that it is taking care of fish, and all the things that can go wrong very easily. Yeah. Yeah, I raised my own mealworms too. I definitely think it's a lot easier to keep spiders and bugs and stuff if you raise your own mealworms. Because I remember having to go to the process of like every month going to the pet store and buying like buying live food for my tarantulas. Not worth it. Just breed them. Also, crickets, in my opinion, I hate crickets. Crickets are bad. Highly recommend mealworms, not crickets. I don't like crickets. They're gross, they smell bad, they die quickly. They're hard to raise in comparison to mealworms. They smell bad, and also they smell bad. And I don't like them. And they're also loud, and they would keep me up at night. But mealworms don't do any of that. Yeah, I wish everybody could find out how much keeping bugs is, how fun it is. I feel like a lot of people are just like really put off by bugs because they're like, ew, they're creepy crawlies, but like they're so cute and they're so fun, and a lot of them have a lot of personality. I mean, my spiders have a ton of personality. You know, I think they're very fun. Dandy crickets are better, quieter, and not as smelly. I'm just gonna stick to mealworms. I have mealworms and I have superworms, and I grow them both. So I'm good. I'm good on food. I mean, sure, they don't get very much variety in their food diet, but they don't seem to mind. They're fat and happy. What do you do with the growing farm of mealworms after they morph? I just keep them with the mealworms and wait until they die. Because I mean, their whole purpose is to lay eggs, breed, lay eggs, and then die. So they just live and die in the same little thing I have set up in the basement. I know some people say that when you raise mealworms, you should take the beetles out of the mealworm thing, because they could eat the eggs of the mealworms. But from my experience, that doesn't really happen. That's not a big problem. Like, yeah, they could. But the reality is the beetles like to stay on the top, and then the mealworms like to stay below the you know, the dust. The dirt. What do you call it? What do you call it? I forget what it's called. The cornstarch? It's not cornstarch. What the frick is it called? Stuff you feed mealworms. The things that they live in it. They live in the thing. Grass? No, that's their poop. It's like substrate, but it's also their food. Oh, oats. I give them lots of I need to Google it. It has a different word, I think. I guess it is a substrate, because they live in it, but they also eat it. They do live in the substrate, but they also eat the substrate. They got oats. Well, there's oats in it. There's oats, and there's other things. Frick, what is a mealworm? I always just call it mealworm dust. That's not right. Mealworm. Bedding? Oh, bran. That's what it's called. Bran. Wheat bran. Yeah. You give them a bunch of wheat bran. The mealworm stuff they come with. It got wheat, it got oats. And then I also give them like fruits and veggies sometimes. But they can pretty much just live off of the brand itself too. So yeah, mealworms are really easy to take care of. Was it one of you guys that came up to me at Oshi Uplink and talked about fish? Was that one of you guys? Was that one of you? Somebody at Oshi Uplink, when I was doing my meet and greets, came up and was just talking about fish, and I was like, you know, I like fish, but like, I'm not really the fish girl. You know, I'm more the bug girl. And they were just like talking about their fish, and I love listening to people be passionate about their pets and stuff. But I was just like, yeah, I'm the bug girl. I mean, I love hearing about your fish, but I don't know that much about fish, so I don't know how much I can help you talk about fish. He was telling me all about his different fish. He's just talking all about his fish. I thought it was really cool. He was very into fish. I thought it was very cool. But I was also a little confused because I'm not the fish. I don't, you know, I don't do anything with fish. I don't do anything with fish. I think I love it when people talk about things they're really passionate about. I think it's my favorite thing. When people talk about things they're really passionate about. I think it's really cool. I was just confused why it was fish. Because I don't know anything about fish. Yeah, fish are hard to take care of in my opinion. I prefer bugs, spiders and bugs. Yeah. There was a surprising amount of people who came to my meet and greet at Oshi Uplink. I was really surprised. It was really nice. Lots of faces that I like recognize. Lots of people who I could tell have been in the community for a while. Honestly, most of the time when I do meet and greets at conventions and stuff, we just get a bunch of people who come up and just go like, "Who are you?" Which is kind of the opposite of a meet and greet. I mean, I guess you're meeting and greeting, so maybe it's, I don't know. They're like, you know, people. Most of the time, it's like people coming and just being like, "Who are you? Tell me who you are, because I've never seen you before." And you're like, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, just the meeting. But I guess you greet them too. But you know, I just, you know, you expect more with meet and greets, people to know who you are and before they come up to your booth. But no, this time at Oshi Uplink, I was really happy that there's lots of people who actually watch my stuff and know who I am, and I don't have to be like, "Hi, I'm the bug snail girl." and then I have to wait for them to go, "Ew, you like bugs? Ew." "Oh, I don't like bugs. Ew, gross. I don't like bugs. Ew." That's what people always say when I say, "Oh yeah, I'm the bug girl. I like bugs. I do bug stuff." And they're like, "I don't like bugs." Yeah, no, I don't like bugs very much. So yeah, I'm just like, okay. Well, yeah. Nice meeting you. That's always how it goes. I can talk about bugs for hours? Yeah, me too. I love bugs. In fact, I think I annoy my friends sometimes with how much I talk about bugs. Sometimes I'll join a Discord call with some friends, or like with some VTuber friends. Or even just like with SVP girls, and I'll like start talking about the latest news about my bugs, or like I just got a new spider or something. And they'll be like, "That's great, Lemmy." "That's great, Lemmy." "Yeah, that's great, Lemmy." Nobody cares. It's just like, "Oh, I know. But I still want to talk about it. That's great, Lebby. No, I mean they care. They care. Don't get me wrong. They care. They care. But like they don't care as much as I do. And I say a bunch of things and they're like, I don't know what she's talking about. Because I think that roaches are gross. And then I'm like, oh. Like, especially with Toka. I love Toka, as you guys know. I love Toka so much. Toka's like one of my best friends. But she doesn't like roaches and she doesn't like bugs very much. And so whenever I bring up roaches, she's like, yeah, roaches, I hate it when they fly at you and they're so creepy and scary. And I'm like, they're not creepy or scary, they're cute. And she's like, well, I try not to kill them. And that's what she'll say. Yeah. Acorn weevils. Acorn weevils are very cute. Honestly, weevils in general are very cute. I like weevils. I don't know a ton about weevils, but I think they're pretty epic. Mods. Yeah, mods are a good introduction to bugs, but I you know, can I be a little like gatekeeper with bugs real quick? I think that liking mods and saying you like bugs, but all you like is like moths and butterflies, I think that's very normie coded. I think that's too normie for me. If you say, oh yeah, I just like mods. Nah, that's normie coded. You should get into the hard stuff, the hardcore bugs. Not hardcore drugs, guys. Hardcore bugs. Get into the hardcore bugs. I like bots, they're fluffy. No! How about you get a really hardcore bug? How about you get something freaking epic? What bugs are hardcore? I don't know. Centipedes? Scorpions? I guess those aren't technically insects, but roaches are pretty cool. Yeah, I think centipedes are pretty... I wouldn't even get a centipede, because those guys are escape artists, and if I had a centipede escape in my house and then it showed up in my parents' room, they would kick me out, so I'm not gonna get a centipede. Whatever they got in Australia. Yeah? Roach. Hissing roach. Halloween hisser. I always thought Halloween hissers are kind of cool. Maybe one day I'll get a Halloween hisser, because those can probably live with my regular Madagascar hissing roaches too, right? Bumpy hisser. I want to see the bumpy boy. No, I want to see the bumpy boy. So many hissing roaches. Oh yes, I love huntsman spiders. Huntsman spiders are some of my favorite spiders. Hello, Roach on the screen. Hello. What are you doing? Huntsmen are great. I love huntsmen. I used to have... I always forget what it's called. I had a close cousin of the huntsman. It was like... What was it called? It was a desert... something. Frick, what was it called? Ah! It's like a cousin. It's a blurred out penar on the screen. No, that's just a blurred out roach. You don't have a penar. Look, you don't have a penar. And stop looking at him like that, you freak. Sasture's giant sand roach. That guy looks cute. Extinct roach? Then how does he exist? If he's extinct, how does he exist? Tell me that. Tell me how. It doesn't make sense. How can this be? They just send you like a dead roach? The strip a live one, they're like, it's extinct. Kito! Kito! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, raiders! Welcome, welcome! Yeah, Kito, we're talking about roaches. I mean, I feel like you probably knew that when you raided into the stream, though. This one's extinct, apparently, but you can still buy him. I don't know how you can possibly buy an extinct roach. I don't get it. Maya cockroach. Giant rhinoceros cockroach. Yo, this guy looks crazy. Holy shit, that price tag. Holy shit, that price tag. Where is this one found? Undisputed king of cockroaches? Many kinds can easily find hardwood leaves. Extinct roach is gone from the wild, but we have it in captivity. I guess that makes more sense. It's kind of funny to call a species of roach an extinct roach. As if it doesn't exist. Cannot climb. Where are these guys from? Favorite food? Dog food? I guess they would eat dog food, but... I've given my roaches cat food and they've liked it in the past. Oh my god, the roaches are on screen. Alright, I'm just gonna throw in the rest of the food for them. I'm just gonna throw it all in. So at least so that I can get those roaches off the screen. I feel like dog food would be too wet and gross and stinky. Like, are we talking about like hard? Did you pee? Or peed on the... Don't worry, I'm just wiping the piss all over their own tail. Depends on the type of dog food. I guess when I imagine dog food, I think of like a can of dog food. And I imagine a can of dog food is quite smelly and stinky and gross. But dried food, dried kibble, I could see that being more edible to a roach. Where are these roaches from? Macropanethia rhinoceros. Giant burrowing cockroach. It's from Queensland. Australia? Australia? Of course they're from Australia. Of course these giant motherfuckers are from Australia. Of course they are. I didn't know these guys exist. I mean, I have friends in Australia. I wanna, I can't just get my friend to go find one and ship it to me though. That's not how this world works. So I mean, yeah, these guys are pretty pricey. Look at this price tag. $400 for a pair. I mean, so I'd imagine part of the reason it's so expensive, I mean, I don't know for sure, but import and exporting animals from Australia is not legal, from what I understand. So I imagine getting your hands on these guys, if you know, getting your hands on these guys, it's probably not the easiest. That's probably part of the reason why it's so expensive. Because You're either gonna have to get it illegally, or someone outside of Australia already has to have them and be breeding them, and that makes them really scarce. Florida wood roach. Black market roaches. You guys would be surprised. The black market bug industry is booming. It's crazy. It's crazy the kind of black market bug trade that goes on behind the scenes. Sometimes there's some crazy stuff going on. Rhino roaches also take forever to mature, and they're all captive bred. I mean, imagine they're all captive bred nowadays, yeah. I mean, somebody probably, like, a long time ago had to, you know, export them from Australia. But I don't think you're getting them shipped from Australia, because I don't think you can do that legally in Australia. The rosy roach is cute too. I've never seen this guy before. Again, I didn't even start keeping roaches like as something I wanted as a pet. It just kind of became something I have. Why he look like that? Why he posing like that? Look at him. He's like, this seems like an inappropriate position. He's exposing himself to you. Isopods. Here we go. There's lots of cool isopods out there. White tiger isopod. You know, I only really got into keeping isopods a little bit because my friend... I had a friend who was into isopods. Most of my isopods are just like normal-ass isopods. I have some powder orange isopods. But other than that, I think that's the only cool species I really have. I have a lot of Porcelio or whatever they're called. Don't have any rubber ducky though. Rubber duckies are so expensive. Isopods are also really easy to keep. Nosy roly-poly. He's nosy? Yeah, rubber duckies are... they've always been expensive. And they only got discovered like a couple years ago, so I mean it makes sense. Rough isopod. Oh, and also they're harder to take care of apparently. You're descriptive with these bugs. You must be descriptive with these bugs. Little sea roly-poly. Flowery blue. There's so many different kinds. How do you keep up? Little roly-poly. Yeah. Another common roly-poly. This one's pennyback gold. This one looks cool. For a common? For a common? You're telling me this isn't super, super rare? This isn't an SSR roly-poly? This is just a common? It's not even uncommon, it's not rare? Come on. Humongous isopod. How big do they get? I've seen some pretty big isopods in my days. How big do they say these ones get though? What does it say? It's from Spain, Portugal. I mean, I would assume with the name humongous, they would be pretty humongous. Maybe I'm wrong though. The clown ones? The clown ones are a pretty common one, but yeah, they're cool. The dairy cows are pretty common too. But, they're definitely really cool looking. Rough isopod, lots of rough ones. But I don't need more isopods either. I like the nosy roly-poly though. It's such a cute name. And it's like orange. The nosy roly-poly. I want the nosy roly-poly. Why are they nosy? Acty! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, Acty! Welcome, raiders! Welcome, welcome! We are talking about... Well, right now we're talking about isopods. But obviously this is a roach stream. We've got roaches. They're eating delicious kale and green pepper today. That's what's on the menu for dinner tonight. And we're looking at roaches and isopods for sale on this website. I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm just looking. Just looking. Look at this guy. Actually, you think kale and green peppers is yummy? Do you want me to put you in the terrarium with the roaches? You can eat with them? I'll just stick you in there. I feel like you can probably cook something. You know, I feel like I'm kind of jealous of your cooking skills, Acti, because I know you cook a lot of delicious food, and if I could cook and make delicious food, I would love to make like mini versions of things and then give them to my roaches. That would be so cute. Wouldn't that be the most kawaii desu thing ever? Look up magnificent emerald roach. Right, like those. Wasn't that one of the ones that was displayed on the first page, or was that a different kind of emerald? This one. Yeah. They're cute. They're cute. But expensive! And there's a roach on the screen! Males are not involved in it. Wait, whoa. These guys are, from what I remember, these are a little bit smaller. These are smaller than, this Madagascar hissing roaches. They're more like, dubia size? Maybe even a little smaller than that. Right? I love how we went from Pokemon, looking at Pokemon, to looking at roaches and isopods. Now some big-ass roaches on screen, holy shit. Big roaches. They're making their appearance. Finally. And thank you, Perry Planet, Missionary. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate it. You know, the way you're advertising this website, Roach Crossing, it's almost like you own it. Do you own this website? You trying to get me to buy on your website? Or are you just giving them free ads? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that one with his head sticking out. He's going ham. He's going ham on that piece of bell pepper right there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Munch, munch, munch. He wants it all to himself. You know, I wouldn't be against a, like, exotic pet store, you know, hiring me to advertise their stuff. I would do it. I would do it easy. Well, I mean, it would have to be a refutable one. Reputable? Reputable. Refutable. Is it refutable or reputable? With a P or an F? I don't know. It would have to be, you know. Yeah, big boys. We got a lot of big boys right now. P? Reputable? Reputable. Reputable. Yeah, I would endorse like a reputable, exotic bug or pet store. I would even endorse like a local exotic pet store. I don't care. I love bugs. I think everybody should get them, but refutable. Reputable. I don't know why I get that mixed up all the time. What is refutable? Is it refutable even a word? Refutable. Refute. To refute. What is to refute? To refute? Is refutable a word? Guys. English is my first language and I'm still bad at it. Refutable. Describes a statement or theory, claim, or charge that is capable of being proven false, wrong, or invalid. Okay, so refutable is also a word. I knew that. It means that you can refute it. It is refutable. No. Reputable, I mean, is good, and then I guess refutable is bad. Oh, look at these fat Chud roaches. They're so happy. I love it when they climb on each other's heads. They just don't even give a shit, bro. Dropped several $100s on Roach Crossing? Man. I mean, I feel like it's a better place to spend your money than like on a gacha game. No offense. If you guys play gacha games and spend hundreds of dollars on gacha games. I had a friend who spent like over 10k on Genshin Impact. And I was always like, how and why? And like $10,000. There's so many things you could have done with that money other than try and get anime girls on your freaking game. And don't get me wrong, I love gacha games. I do. I love gacha games. I just don't spend money on them. I don't spend money on them. Okay, I'm a free-to-play player, and you can make fun of me all you want, but I'm not spending 10k on a gacha game. Because I can spend 10k on anything else. You could buy a freaking, like, car. You could buy, like, a used car for 10k. Yeah, and well, actually, my friend who spent so much money on Genshin, they don't have disposable income. They're broke as hell. And I would argue a lot of people who spend a ton of money on gacha games, like some of them are probably in a situation where they can spend a ton of money, but a lot of them are not, and they still do it. And then I feel bad for them. If I spend a ridiculous amount of money on anything, it's Mika figures and art. I really like to buy, like, I have kind of like an addiction to like commissioning artists and stuff like that. Just like, you know, getting covers, commissioned, stuff like that. I love art. I love when people make things. I love it when people do things. and makes things good. I love it. I pay so much money for it. 2,000 roaches from a pet store for 10K. Good. Yeah, I love commissioning artists. And a lot of people are always complaining, oh, I don't commission artists because they're so expensive. It's like, yeah, it's expensive because... I mean, it's expensive because it takes time to make stuff. You're not gonna get dirt cheap prices. Probably. If they're, you know... I did an addiction to buying roaches online. Thank you! Thank you for the super chat. But I don't know how many roaches I can buy for $2. I don't know if it's enough to start an addiction, unfortunately. Yeah. No, I genuinely think when you buy stuff from artists, you're honestly paying, even if the price is high, you're probably paying less than they should be paid for it. So technically, you're still getting a steal, even if you pay a lot of money. Because a lot of artists sit there for like hours and hours working on one piece, and then they give it to you for like 20 bucks, and you're like that's not even minimum wage. It's not even minimum wage. If you work on something for 6 hours, and then you sell it for $20, that's not even minimum wage. Artists are really working at a loss if you think about it. If you think about it. That's why you should support artists. Because they work at a loss so that they can do what they love. And hope that one day they can actually make a reasonable living. I guess that's just how it is, though. I don't know, I just love seeing people who are passionate about things they enjoy. Whether it's art or music or bugs or pets. I think it's cool to see people who are passionate about things. I think it's boring when people aren't passionate. I think, you know, whenever people are like, I have nothing, I'm a boring person, nothing is interesting about me, I'm always like, bro, shut the fuck up and go get a hobby or something, because you can be so interesting, it's not that hard. Just get a hobby and get really into something. And then you have something interesting about you. What do you mean you're not an interesting person? Shut up. It's so easy to be interesting. Just do something. Anything. Oh yeah, formal education for art. I don't know if it's 100% worth it. I don't know. I'm kind of... I dropped out of high school early, so, you know, I'm definitely not the person you guys should talk to about school, but I'm kind of against formal education. I don't know. I think it's kind of a waste of money. I think it's a little bit of a waste of money. Sometimes I think about going back to school a little bit, but it's just... I know it's not for me, and I don't know. I've tried and I've failed so many times. I mean, I'm sure there's some schools out there that are great. But the schools I've gone to throughout my life, all were ass. From my experience. I don't know, sometimes I talk to people who like go to schools in different countries or like even in different parts of the US, and they'll be like, oh yeah, we're like we're doing things with animals today, real animals, and I'm like, what? You're not in college being given pamphlets and worksheets? They don't just give you worksheets, because that's all I got. No worksheets? You have real animals? Well, damn. I took Spanish for like 4 years, and all I got was worksheets that whole time. That was like mainly the reason we were taught, just with shitty ass worksheets that taught about basically about nothing. And I don't know any Spanish really, even though I took it for like 4 years. And I'm always like, man, imagine how much Spanish I could know right now. If I had a competent Spanish teacher who didn't just hand out worksheets and be like, that's the whole class. That's the whole class. She would literally give out worksheets and then sit at her desk and eat. Which I mean, mood. I want to just sit at my desk and eat too. But like, maybe don't be a teacher. If that's all you want to do. You know, normally teacher means teaching a little bit. At least a little bit. My sister worked with goats for a long time during college. That sounds awesome! Yeah, we never got cool like hands-on stuff when I was in school. Never ever. Instead we had like 6-hour lessons where the entire time you were just supposed to pay attention to a dude talking. And I don't know how that's possible. 6 hours? Are you kidding me? You want me to sit there for 6 hours? I can't even... How am I supposed... What? By the end of the 6 hours, I have forgotten everything because I'm so tired of just sitting there listening to old man drone on. That was my experience at school. Easiest way to learn a language is trying to speak it? I agree. Totally. Record it and then listen to it at 2 times speed later? Bro, that's such a waste of time. It's such a waste of time in my opinion. Like, I mean, if it's a good lecture, I guess that's fine. But like, it was boring lectures that I would get nothing out of. And if I was to listen to it again, I would just be wasting more of my time at that point. Because like, I could take notes the entire session. And I would still... It was like putting information into your head that meant nothing. It was just useless. Yes, learning is important when you're a kid. Well, yeah, especially when you're little, when you got the growing, malleable mind. Like, that's like the best time when you can learn a language, when you're really, really young. I didn't start learning Spanish until I was like... And I was like 14 or something. So my brain was, you know, it was still a little malleable, but then I had a bad teacher. Look at them. It looks like they're having a little discussion almost. Yeah, no, there was definitely teachers that I came across in my schooling that, like, there was a couple that I really liked and that I thought taught really well and I learned a lot from. But I'd say, like, the majority of school for me was just being forced to sit and listen and wait for long periods of time and then forgetting everything as soon as I stood up. Even if I took notes. I mean, I was good in school. I would always do really good on tests. I was always, you know, a good student, but I didn't feel like I was learning anything, you know? Like, I can regurgitate things that you nail into my head over and over. That's fine, but like, in 20 years, is that gonna mean anything to me? No. No, it's not. They're trading thoughts. You're right, trading thoughts. That's a great way to explain how some people teach. They just trade thoughts with you. Well, I guess there's no trading, because what thoughts are you giving back? I do not miss being in school. Sometimes I still have nightmares about being back in school and just having to sit for hours and listen to somebody drone on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And then going home and then going to sleep and then remembering that you have to wake up the next morning and listen to it again and do it again and do it again and again and again. Terrible. Yeah, I never had good science classes either. As you guys know, I'm very passionate about science and stuff. I took one biology class in my entire history of going to school. One. Just one. I was only mandated to take one biology class. And I took one chemistry class. And I enjoyed both of them. But that's how much science I had to learn in school. I feel like you should be being taught way more science than just one biology class and one chemistry class. You should be having science all the time. But no. I only had one biology class ever and one chemistry class ever. And everything else was like English. Which, I mean, I guess it is very important to be able to write well and read well. Don't get me wrong, but I always hated English class the most. Ugh. I'm like, I already know English! Ah! Yeah, sometimes math would be cool. If you had a really good math teacher that was really passionate about math, I think, math could be fun. Just most of the time they're boring. I wonder if roaches, if insects and roaches could ever talk about mundane things. I don't think they talk about much, period. I think about as much information that they share with each other as like, there's food over here, there's danger over there, and I'm horny. I think that's about all the information that they share with each other. That's really all they communicate about. Which, I mean, that works. If it works, it works. There is food over here, there is danger over there, and I am horny. That is the life of a bug. Yeah, I'm not sure how much roaches communicate with each other. I mean, they touch each other with their antennas, and that's obviously some form of communication. And they do hiss too, but their hissing can mean a bunch of different things depending on how they feel. I wonder how much, like, those two different things are used in roaches. Like, do they talk more with their antenna or the hissing? I think they talk more with their antenna, I would guess. No! Guys, don't take my statements out of context! Do they communicate through chemicals similar to ants? Is there shit talk each other? I love it. I'm sure they do. And you know, I heard that hissers eat each other's shit sometimes too. So they shit talk and they talk with their shit. Think about that. Think about that. I'm looking back at Pokemon now. We need to discuss more ugly Pokemon. Why is that over here? Ugly Pokemon. Brambling. That was a new one, right? Brambling? Bramblegast? I think the Bramblin one, I think the idea is really cool, but then I don't like what it turns into. I don't like this. Have you never heard your sisters start beef with each other? Oh no, I hear them start beef with each other all the time. And I mean, I know they start beef with each other, and I also know that sometimes when they hiss loudly, sometimes they're trying to, like, you know, get it on a little bit. And so sometimes when I hear them hissing loudly, I'm like, I wonder if they're fighting or fucking. I wonder. Sometimes when they hiss in the middle of the night, it sounds like somebody like sweeping a broom outside my window, and then I get scared for a second, and then I remember it's just hissing roaches. And for some reason, when they hiss, they sometimes sound like a broom. Okay, what other Pokemon are new to Scarlet and Violet? Clef! Okay, he's the best. This is the best. This might be the best Pokemon of Generation 9. This is the best Pokemon. Just a crab. Crazy crab. It's generally fighting. I have seen them do, like, I mean, I always assume that this is just them trying to, like, you know, invite the other roaches to join them. But, you know, they do, like, the shaky butt thing. They do the shaky butt thing. The shaky butt thing. Sometimes they make noise when they do that. Not always, but sometimes they make more noise when they do that. Is the shaky butt thing a different thing? I always thought that was them trying to seduce each other. Here, let me shake my butt a little bit. Oh my god, I hate these though. Why did they give tentacle feet? Why did they give him feet and then make him walk around? I hate it. No! 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 This is so ugly. See, I mean, I like that they, like, took some Pokemon from previous gens. What was it? Oh, like Clodsire and Whipper. I liked that, but a lot of them I didn't like. Ew, this dog Pokemon is ugly as hell. I think I totally missed these guys. Why'd they just make an ugly dog Pokemon? Stop making just things that are ugly. Pokemon needs to stop making things that are ugly. Hello, Pokemon? Can you stop making things that are ugly? They were like, let's take a dog and let's just make it ugly. And then let's take a dog and let's just make him sad looking. The smaller dog looks constipated. Yep. 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 Oh, this one was, this one was one of my friend's favorites. I don't hate it. I don't hate this Pokemon. I like this design better than what it evolves into. I mean, this is very, you know, very much just dung beetle. You know, not too much new going on. It's a dung beetle. But then it turns into this, and I get that they were trying to go kind of with like a scarab theme, but I think the colors are all wrong, and I hate it. I hate this. I think they could have gone with so much something scarab themed way cooler. Yeah. Scarabs are so epic. And then they did this to it? Like, why? They should have made it gold, and they should have made it like godly or something. But then why'd they go with pink and blue and white? Doesn't even make sense. Why does it turn from brown to blue and pink? It don't even make any sense. I'm gonna put it on front of my face. So I can take up less space. Yeah, I feel like this one was a missed opportunity. Oh, don't come in here and block the rest of the screen, bro. No! Yeah, get off the screen. I'm hiding. Or an Egyptian theme. Oh yeah, that's what you would expect from it. Because like dung beetles were seen as like gods in Egypt, in ancient Egypt. Because they would say there was specifically a dung beetle themed god in ancient Egyptian lore that would every morning it would roll the sun up into the sky, and then every night it would roll the sun back behind the earth. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a really cool way to think of it? And the reason that they thought that that god came to be is because in the mornings dung beetles would roll their fresh poop. They would roll their fresh dung, and so people would see them rolling in the morning, and so they assumed that they brought the sunlight. There must be a big giant dung beetle somewhere out there rolling up the sun instead of a fresh thing of poo. I think that's so cute to think that there's a big giant scarab beetle that rolls up the sun. But that's like really ancient Egypt lore. I forget what it's called. I forget what that god is called. Yeah, they had a lot of really cool gods. A lot of cool lore. We got Capsicid and Scovillian. I mean, now that I know what the Capsa thing is, it makes more sense to me why it's called that. But I don't know. I think he's kind of ugly. I don't hate him as much as some of the others. But this guy reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies. And I can't get over it. It's Plants vs. Zombies. You're right, it's Kefri. That's the name of the beetle guy. Yeah, this guy's straight up Plants vs. Zombies, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Was this a new one? Flittle? What even is this? What is this even based off of? Frill Pokemon? What is that? Is it based off of like a frilly dress? I guess it's based off of a frilly dress. I mean, it's cute, but it kind of, again, doesn't really feel Pokemon-y to me. Like a candy wrapper? Ooh, a candy wrapper would be cool. It turns into this, though. And I think this thing... Don't get me wrong. I think this is a good Pokemon. I think this is a good Pokemon design. But I still think it's ugly as all hell. But I think it's a good Pokemon design. I guess maybe it's the colors that I hate. It does look like Sia. You're right, it does look like Sia. It looks like a wannabe pop star ostrich. Yeah, it's giving me candy corn and pop star, and I don't... It just... something feels wrong about it, but I do like the concept. Like, I like the bird with the ruffles. I think that's really cool. We need a Pokemon tier list stream where we go through every Pokemon ever. Maybe I could convince Toka to do something like that with me. Toka would love that, I'm sure. Meevee! Thank you for the raid, Meevee! Welcome! Welcome, raiders! Hello, we are feeding my roaches today. Actually, most of them have left. I guess most of them are full at this point. But there's still a couple left. And we were also talking about Pokemons. We're talking about Pokemons that we think are ugly from the last gen. What do you think is the ugliest Pokemon? Okay, Raiders and Meavy, what do you guys think is the ugliest Pokemon? Say it now. Tell me your opinion now. I think the last gen had a lot of really ugly ones. I think a lot of the designs were really bad, or like they could have been way better. Like ever. Yeah, sure, like ever. This one was from the latest gen too. No, this one's from Generation 8? Oh, I didn't know that. You can tell I never played Sword and Shield. Gengar? You think Gengar is ugly? Okay. Maybe he is kind of ugly. Bruxish! Oh my god! I totally forgot Bruxish exists. That is... You're right, that is an ugly Pokemon. Bruxish is an ugly-ass Pokemon. Look at this thing. But, you know, I kind of understand where they were going with it. I get it. But it's pretty ugly. Drowsy? Really? Drowsy? Is it because he looks like a creepy old man who... And he's like... Is it Hypno or Drowsy? It's one of them. That is literally based off of, like, an old creepy man. And then there was, like, a big lawsuit about the Pokemon. Which... Was it Hypno? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I think it was Hypno. It was based off of a guy who was, like, a, what do you call it? Psychic. He was a psychic, and he was a scam artist or something. And then somebody like made fun of him with Hypno, and then he like went and sued Pokemon, so they weren't able to like put, I don't know, was it Hypno or Drowsy? They weren't able to make new Hypno or Drowsy cards for a long time because this lawsuit was ongoing. I'll look this up. I need to prove this. I did not hallucinate this. I need to prove I did not hallucinate. Oh, it was Kadabra? Oh, shit. Was it Kadabra? Okay, that makes sense. I knew it was a first-gen psychic Pokemon. But honestly, yeah, Drowsy and Hypno kind of look more like old men than Kadabra. Yeah, you're right. I do think it was Kadabra. Or Alakazam. It was one of those. It was some psychic from first gen. Pokemon Psychic lawsuit. Uri Geller sued Nintendo for over 60 million, alleging that the Pokemon Kadabra, known as Geller in Japan, was an unauthorized, evil caricature of him due to the spoon bending imagery. Oh yeah, this guy was like known for bending spoons. That was like his thing. That was his thing. The spoon bending. Sorry, I assumed it was Drowsy or Hypno. Doesn't Drowsy or Hypno also have like some fucked up lore though? Isn't like Drowsy or Hypno's lore, isn't it really messed up? It's like they kidnap children or something, or they hypnotize children and then kidnap them? Hypno lore. Yeah! Hypno is a psychic Pokemon known for its lore as a sinister child kidnapping figure. Yeah! I was right. A lot of Pokemon have really fucked up lore, but this one in particular, I can understand why you wouldn't like him. He's like... Yeah, Drifloon. Drifloon is also... The thing is, I love Drifloon, though. Drifloon is so cute, but maybe as a kid, I would have also been victim to a Drifloon. Drifloon would have totally got me. Drifloon would have totally carried me away as a kid. I would let it. What does Hypno even do with the children he kidnaps? Hypno did nothing wrong. Typhlosion was the real villain? Was there something about like Typhlosion furry something in the files? Isn't that the whole thing? I don't remember. I remember hearing about it, but I haven't been super into Pokemon as I was when I was younger. Are you taking care of the roaches? Yeah, they're my babies. My babies. I've told this story so many times today, but I'll say it again. I originally got roaches because I was gonna feed them to my tarantula. And my tarantulas would not eat roaches. So then I just started impulse buying Madagascar hissing roaches whenever I went to the pet store because they always looked so sad when they were starving to death, waiting for somebody to buy them just to feed them to, like, I don't know, whatever animals eat roaches. I guess some tarantulas do. Not mine, apparently, though. Reptiles and stuff. And so I would buy them when I saw them because I felt like it was just too sad to leave them. And then it slowly evolved into a giant colony of roaches, and now I have a big roach colony. I have 2 roach colonies. And that's the lore. And that's the lore. Kind of tarantulas. I have a Brachypalma smithy, and I have, fuck, I always messed up the name. Zebra tarantula. I'm just gonna call it zebra tarantula. Zebra something tarantula. I always forget. What are you? What are you? What are you? I don't know what she is. She's zebra something. Zebra white knee, zebra stripe knee, zebra something, zebra fart knee? I don't remember. I should remember the species name like I did for my Brachypelma smithy. That way whenever I say, oh yeah, I have a Brachypelma smithy, or people are like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, it's a Brachypelma smithy. What you mean you don't have a Brachypelma smithy? I have a Brachypelma smithy. Oh yeah, I did think Tinkatink, these Pokemon were good. Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. I do think those are cool, even though they are kind of humanoid, but they still have a good amount of, like, creature vibe. You know, they seem more like, I mean, they're literally a creature. Doesn't feel like human. Costa Rican zebra tarantula is what I have. It's Costa Rican? You're Costa Rican? She never told me she was Costa Rican, bro. That's news to me. I didn't know she was Costa Rican. Oh. What is this? What is this? Impidimp? Okay, this whole Impidimp... Wait, this is from Generation 8? Oh shit, I didn't even know that. I didn't play Sword and Shield. But yeah, can we talk about how Impidimp and all of these are just so ugly. So ugly. Like, this is... I've never seen a Pokemon that I genuinely think is just somebody's poorly disguised fetish be so obvious. Like, this... Look at this. Look at this Pokemon and tell me this isn't somebody's poorly disguised fetish. It is. It just is. Somebody came up with this and they jack off to this every night. And all of them. So, I hate it. Someone would say smash. I know, and that's exactly the problem I have. They just got rid of the Pinar. Exactly. Okay, can we talk about how Wiglet is adorable, though? I think Wiglet, as an offshoot of Diglett, is very cute. I love Wiglet. I love Wiglet. I love Wiglet. I feel like Victory Bell is more obvious. Well, I mean, you can argue with Victory Bell, but, like, at least Victory Bell is based off of a real thing, you know? Victory Bell is based off of, frick, what's that plant called? The carnivorous plant that, like, is shaped like that? I always forget. My carnivorous plant knowledge is terrible. But it's based off of a real plant. Oh yeah, pitcher plant. So you can argue it's just based off of a pitcher plant, even though, you know, You know. But what the hell are you gonna argue with me this is based off of? Grimmsnarl, Impidimp, and Morgan, yeah, you can say it's an imp Pokemon. It's supposed to be an imp. No! You can't argue this is based off of anything real. This is just like terrible. I hate it. I hate it. At least you can say with a Bellsprout, it's based off of a plant. What is this based off of? What's it based off of? A freak? A little freak? It's based off of a little freak. It's based off of imps? No. It's based off of a little freak. Little freak. Little freak. I don't like it. It's literally an imp. No! It's a freak! I don't like it. He's a certified freak. You know what? And if imps are freaks, you know, they can be freaks too. This one doesn't look like an imp, though. Like the first two, you know, they do kind of look like an imp. But what is that? That's not an imp. That's the imp's dad? Is this the imp's dad? What imp is this based off of, guys? Tell me. It's not based off of an imp. Supreme imp, no. Troll. Are imps and trolls the same thing? I don't know. Wug Trio, cute. I like Wug Trio and I like Wiglet. They're cute. I think it's a good spin. Ugh. I hate this. I hate these. I hate all of the bicycle and bicycle and car themed Pokemon. Motorcycle themed Pokemon. What is that? It's a motorized vehicle. Well, this is a baby. This one's a baby motorized vehicle. And don't worry, it turns into a car. This one turns into a car. You know, you could also argue that this is based off of something that's real, like cars, and I still think it's a terrible design. It's still a terrible design. You know, we can go back to arguing, you know, what's it based off of? This is based off of something. It still looks shit. Yeah, it does look like it wants to be put out of its misery. He knows that he was born just to be ridden to death. Do you really like Reverum? I'm sorry, but I think you might be the only one. But you know, at least somebody loves him. At least somebody... at least somebody loves him in this world. I don't like the bicycle Pokemon either. I hate this. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And then its species is Mount Pokemon? Bruh. Talking about a poorly disguised fetish. Yo, what the hell? I don't even remember this. This guy looks like he belongs in a different game. Yeah. Worm. It's a metal worm. I can't tell if I like it or if I hate it. Why don't I like Cyclizar? Because it's a bicycle lizard. I don't want to ride my Pokemon. That's weird. Unless it's a horse. Climora. I don't know. This one is interesting. It does look like an Atomator. Enamorous? What is Enamorous? Is that a new Pokemon? Enamorous. I don't remember this Pokemon. What is that? What is that? Oh my god, what is that? This is it's from Pokemon Legends Arceus? I don't remember this in Pokemon Legends Arceus at all. Maybe I gave up before I got to whatever this is. Or maybe I just blocked it out of my mind. I really don't know. Look at this guy. He's kind of cute. I like him. I like him. I like this guy. Look at that guy. I like him. I'm cool with that guy. You know what? I'm cool with him. There was a lot of, Pokemon Arceus, Legends of Arceus ones that I actually thought were pretty cool. Like, this one's pretty good. What is that, though? I don't remember this. Ice Rider. Oh, this is the guy that rides the horses. Enamorous in the top 3 ugliest Pokemon. I know you guys. If I tell you what my least favorite Pokemon are, you guys are gonna be like, you're gonna disagree. I don't like that. Spoiler. Spoil it. Oh, I can't even see it. There's no image. Damn it. I don't know what this is. I don't understand. I'm guessing it opens up. Maybe it looks cooler when it's opened up. Okay, this guy's kind of cute. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. He's kind of cute. But why did this gen have so many dog Pokemon? There's been like 5 or 6 dog Pokemon already. What's up with this gen and dog Pokemon? He's cute. He reminds me of something you'd see in Luigi's Mansion. That's what he looks like to me. Somebody took him straight out of Luigi's Mansion. Dog style? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of dog. Oh god. Okay, well they fucked him up. They really fucked him up. What happened to him? I mean, he's creepier now. You know, I'll give them that. But why did he get such a big underbite? What happened? What happened, little guy? Why does he have a hump like a camel? Yeah, he kind of looks like Mount Fuji, except like inverted colors. He's both hairy and skeletal at the same time, which doesn't even make sense. He got a job in age 30 years. I don't remember this Pokemon. I feel like he might look cooler in action. Maybe? The blue Pokemon is based off a flower that contains cyanide. I assumed it must be based off of some sort of flower, but it also said it was the ore Pokemon. So is it like a flower that only blooms in caves, maybe? Anyway, I feel like this guy might look cool in action, but like, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, this is just a flamingo with a knot in its neck. Which honestly, I just really want to untie that knot and help him. I mean, he looks so sad. He looks angry and sad at the same time. And he's a flying fighting Pokemon. What does he turn into? Okay, he doesn't turn into anything. I don't remember this. Flamigo. He's both a flamingo and your amigo. Citado. You know, I feel like this could have worked if it just didn't have legs. You know? You know what I mean? If this didn't have legs, and they just went full, like, whale-themed with it, I think it could have been good. But I don't like the legs. I don't like the legs. I don't like the legs. He's not horrible, but but whales have legs. Do whales have legs? I don't think whales have legs. I think you're lying. I think you're lying to me. I don't think they have legs. Whales have leg bones. They might have leg bones. Do they have legs? What? Whales have legs. Modern whales do not have external legs, but many species retain a small vestigial hip bone. I mean, they have a bone for it. Leg bones. But they don't have legs. It's based off of... So is it based off of the Pachycetus? Is that what the whale Pokemon is based off of? Nope, that looks nothing like that. That looks more like a dog. That's not a whale! That's not a whale! Walking whale. I mean, this doesn't look anything like this though. Oh my god. Why is he kind of like seductive? He's in like kind of a seductive position. Hold on. Why is he sitting like that? I don't know. What's he doing over there? Why does he look like that? That is... Oh, I don't know. Is it a whale? Is it a whale? It looks more like a weird, wet dog. A dog without fur. It's got like blubber? Blubber dog. And then he sits in a very seductive position for some reason. Why does he sit like that? Oh, oh wow, he's got his feet out too. That's crazy. Okay. So yeah, whales have leg bones, not legs. Whales do not have legs. Whales have leg bones. But that still doesn't make this real. Like, what is this based off of? I just want to know what it's based off of. Like, if somebody was like, oh yeah, this is based off of this thing, and I looked it up and I was like, oh, I can see it. You know, I would like it better, but again, I just wish they took the legs off, and then I think I would like it. Just make it a whale. Just make it a whale. Why does it have to have legs? Just get rid of this tear apart and just do whale. I mean, yeah, we already have a whale Pokemon. We have Whalmer, right? We have Whalmer. But you have 70 million dog Pokemon and 3,000 mouse Pokemon. Why can't we have another whale Pokemon? Okay? Narwhal! Is that what it's based off of? Well, but narwhals don't have legs either. Do narwhals have legs? No, narwhals don't have legs. Just a whale with legs. Okay, but I'm just saying, just get rid of the legs and I would like it. I would like it if you got rid of the legs. You know, honestly, with this one too, this is an abomination. But honestly, if you just took away the legs, I think it would work a lot better. Like, I wouldn't love the Pokemon if it had no legs. But I still think it would be a way better design if you just got rid of the legs. Why do you have legs? Why do any of them have legs? It's because they wanted to put them in ice areas, in ice biomes. That's why they have legs. They wanted them to walk around. But they don't need to walk around. They're fish! Well, are whales fish? Whales are mammals, right? Are whales fish or mammals? They're mammals, right? Frogfish got fin and legs, yeah, but these don't look like frogfish either. It's just bad design. I mean, like I said, it would be good design if they just got rid of the legs. I would like it. I would be fine with it if they just got rid of the legs. They produce milk? Whales? Have you ever tried any? Was it good? I remember somebody told me. I mean, I know this is kind of true, but like, also kind of not true. But somebody told me when I was a kid that all seafoam is just whale cum. And they're not 100% wrong because seafoam isn't whale cum, but whale cum is foamy, like seafoam. But it's not all seafoam. I don't know. I just wanted to let you guys know it's not the same thing. If somebody says that seafoam is whale cum, it's not true. But apparently whale cum does look like seafoam. It's just not all. It's just, you know, it's not all. Seafoam is whipped up by wave action. Exactly. Exactly. Is whale cum not foamy? I've always heard it's foamy. I haven't seen it. I just assumed it was. Maybe I'm also assuming it because no, seafoam is not whale cum. I know it's not whale cum. I'm just saying it's not. I'm trying to tell you guys it's not. I'm telling you it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin my search and search up whale cum. I mean, I see it in foaminess when I look up whale cum, but I'm gonna look deeper. So is no whale cum foamy? Is whale cum not foamy? Okay, I know when I look up whale cum, I expect to see pictures of whale cum. Show me pictures of whale cum! No, the roaches are still here. What are you talking about? Okay, I guess all seafoam is just bacteria. I guess whale cum doesn't look foamy. Okay, I guess I lied. Whale cum doesn't look foamy, guys. But you know, with that, no matter what I do, I cannot find pictures of whale cum, so I can't prove it, actually. I cannot confirm or deny if whale cum is foamy or not, because I can't find any pictures of it, guys. Does whale cum float? It does not float. Damn it. Damn it. We don't need to see your whale cum. Okay. Whale cum doesn't float, guys. Seafoam is not whale cum. I mean, I knew that part. I knew that seafoam is not whale cum. I knew that. I just thought that some whale cum was foamy. But guess what? No, it's not. No whale cum is foamy. Doesn't matter what kind of whale it's coming from, it's not foamy, okay? It's not foamy. Never foamy. Ask the whales. Dondozo. Fish. I feel like we can always use more fish Pokemon, so I don't hate it. It's a little weird though. I don't know why it's psychic type. I feel like it should be, again, steel type. Water steel, not water psychic. Or whatever. I don't know what it's based on. Jettison Pokemon? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Thank you for answering the question I've never thought about. Well, now we all know. Just in case you ever come across that question. Now you know. If someone ever asks you what it looks like, just say, well, it's not for me. I'll tell you that much. Big fish. I like fish. Honestly, like I said, any fish Pokemon, in my opinion, is welcome. We can always use more fish Pokemon. Oh, I remember this guy. I thought these guys were cute. I thought that these guys were cute. I love fish Pokemon. We already have a million dog Pokemon, a million monkey Pokemon, a million cat Pokemon, a million mouse Pokemon. Give us more fish. There's so many fish out there. Fish are epic. I already talked about how much I hate this freak. Sushi mine. Oh. Oh. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like it. I know it's no, I don't like it. I know, I understand what it's based off of. What's up? What's up with his hands, guys? Why does he have butt plug hands? Is he golden? Where's his hands? Where's his hands? For pleasure. I don't know, I just feel like there's things about it that I like. Like, I like the head shape and I like the big mustache. But then when you get... But then, like, past that part, I'm start to get like, okay, what is happening? Also, is he sitting on his own body? How does he function? Is he sitting on his own shell? Question mark. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is he sitting on his nuts? Yeah, is he sitting on his nuts? Hair chair? I don't know. Everything on the top is good. Everything on the bottom. I mean, I like his shirt. I don't like anything else, though. Which starter is the ugliest starter? I would have to look at all the starters again. Again, last gen's Pokemon, I thought all the starters were pretty ugly. Sprigatito was okay, but it was just a cat. It was just a green cat. But I really, really, really hated... What was the Ducklet? His name is just Ducklet, right? Is it not Ducklet? No, that's a different Pokemon. What was his name? The duck Pokemon. The starter. The one that just looks like a duck with toothpaste on its head. I hated that motherfucker. Quaxley. Yeah, he's ugly. It looks like Donald Duck with toothpaste on his head. It was bad. It was really bad. I felt like Fuecoco, the starter design was kind of cute, and like I thought it could turn into something cool, but then they just ruined it, you know? I don't know, I'd have to look at all the starters. Let's look at all the starters. Here we go. I remember not really liking the Kalos gen. Froaky's cute. Fennekin's cute. I don't like Chespin though. I really don't. And I don't like anything it evolves into. I don't like it. I felt like these guys were pretty good starting gen. For this gen, these were good starters. And then once we got to here, this was the first time I didn't buy a Pokemon game when it came out. When we got to Pokemon Sword and Shield, that was my first time in my entire life I didn't buy a Pokemon game because of how ugly the starters were. They're all bad. And I know some people really like Sobble, but no. No, I'm sorry, they're all bad. I don't like any of them. I don't. Sobble could be okay, but then we know what he turns into. We know. I think I saw what he turns into, and then I was like, yep, I'm not buying that game. They all are ugly. They all turn into something ugly. They all start ugly. They're just bad. They're all bad. This gen, terrible. This gen, terrible. This gen has potential. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Brout. But you know, I could see it working. Cross your fingers. I could see it working. I will wait to give my final opinion on Brout until we see the rest of its line, you know? Until we see what it evolves into. If it evolves into a monstrosity, like freaking Sobble did, then I hate it. But, if it turns into something reasonable, I probably will like it. I think Pombon is cute, and I love Gekwa. I know everybody says it just looks like a littlest pitch-up thing, but if you want me to be honest, have you ever seen a freaking gecko? Like specifically like a, what are they called? What's the freaking gecko that looks like this? It literally looks like this in real life. It has that eye. It has those eyes. And you can say it looks like Littlest Pet Shop, blah, 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 blah. That's what he looks like. That's what it looks like. Like, it's not blue, but... Leopard gecko. Yeah. It like, the face shape. The eye shape. It's very leopard gecko. And I like it. And, you know, we need a gecko Pokemon. And I always like it when they do things that aren't cats and dogs. I mean, Pombon, don't get me wrong. I know it's a dog. And I'm honestly kind of scared for what it's going to evolve into. I'm really scared. But, you know, at least it's cute. It's unique. I like it. Okay, this is an opinion a lot of people hate, but I love Tepig. A lot of people think that Tepig's starter design is so ugly. Tepig is genuinely one of my faves. I love Tepig. I love that little pig bitch. I love him. I love him. Tepig is beautiful. Tepig is amazing. And I would still eat him. I bet dog becomes airplane. Brout becomes helicopter. Dog becomes airplane. Gecko becomes freight train. That is what I expect them to turn into. If it's bad, that's what they turn into. If it's good, they turn into actually animal-looking things. Split into Incineroar. Yeah, I mean, I don't like any of the things that turn into muscular, furry-like things. I don't like any of them. I don't care what animal it's based off of or what gen it's in. Anything that turns into humanoid thing, I don't like. The only one, and this is the only monkey Pokemon and the only, like, humanoid Pokemon that I'm kind of okay with. I do like Infernape. But that's also because I'm biased, because I loved playing the game. I forget which game had Chimchar and Turtwig and Piplup, but I loved my Chimchar and then my Infernape and whatever the middle was. I forget what it was, but you know, I played it as a kid and I liked it a lot, okay? Because Gen 3 kind of humanoid. Kind of. It's getting there. Like, Torchic turning into Blaziken and Combustion, like, so I can kind of see it because, you know, it's based off of a chicken, and chickens do walk on 2 feet, you know, so it kind of makes sense. We're starting to lose the plot a little bit once we, oh shit. Once we get over to this, but, you know, it's still an animal. It still doesn't look human. I appreciate that it doesn't look human. I don't think those guys look human either. Yeah, more bird than human, more creature than human. And not like weird fetish creature. Trico turns into... Okay, I always thought Sceptile was ugly as shit. I always forgot. I honestly just forgot that this Pokemon existed. I always remember Grovyle. I think Grovile's fine. But... this is such a bad design. I hate it! I hate this design. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate this one. Trico line is good. I like Grovyle. I like Trico. I don't like this. I don't like Sceptile. It looks like a weird, sexy dinosaur with a tree tail. That's what it looks like to me. Again, talking about poorly disguised fetishes. I think it looks sexy. It looks like it's supposed to be sexy. When I say something looks sexy, I don't actually think it's sexy, guys. I think it's supposed to look conventionally sexy. Like, it's clearly that's part of the design. I don't think that anything is sexy. I don't. I know what, you know what, you guys say whatever you want. I don't find things sexy though. But yeah, I do have a special place in my heart for Chimchar, Monferno, and Infernape, even though it is everything I hate in Pokemon. It's monkey Pokemon and it's humanoid. But then again, I guess monkeys are humanoid because they're monkeys. So, but I loved it when I was a kid. I loved Infernape, so. I don't like monkeys. Monkeys scare me. I think I have like a traumatic monkey. I have monkey trauma, guys. I have monkey trauma. Well, the reason why Infernape... Okay, I will defend Infernape real quick. Infernape is also... Isn't Infernape also kind of based off of like the Monkey King from like Chinese legend? Right? So it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Exactly, Wukong. Yeah. So I can get behind it. But also, I'm biased. Yeah, I have monkey trauma. Monkeys in my grandma. Okay, I'll tell you guys about my 2 monkey traumas. Monkey trauma number 1. All the roaches are gone. Here, we can look at. Look. There's like a butt there. You can see his butt. They're all on this side, but I can't really show this. Wait, let me get it. There you go. Now you can see them. Kind of. They left after I talked about the whale stuff. I'm just trying to avoid showing you guys my extremely messy room. I really need to clean my room right now. I don't want you guys to see my room, but you can see the roaches. They're all in this corner for some freaking reason. They're all over here for some reason. Okay. Monkey trauma. Okay. Number 1 monkey trauma. When I was a kid, I heard a really disturbing 911 phone call on the interwebs about a lady who kept like chimps and she loved them and like they were her pets or something, and then she brought them in the car one day and it ripped off her friend's face. So that's monkey trauma number 1. That was the scariest 911 phone call I've ever heard. Yeah, it ate her face off and she survived, which is even worse, kind of. And then monkey trauma number 2. She had it coming though. I don't care if she had it coming. Monkeys are scary. I don't want monkeys. I don't want to be anywhere near a monkey. It's gonna rip my face off. I mean, I know that humans could potentially rip my face off. Humans could potentially rip my face off too. But like, that's like, a person's got to be on a crazy amount of drugs to start ripping someone's face off of, you know? You got to be on a lot of drugs to be able to do that. But this monkey just did it. No problem. No problem. Definitely not as easy for a human to do, I don't think. That's why monkeys are scary to me. And then number 2, I went to the zoo one time. And every time I would walk past the monkey exhibit, they would throw poop at me, and then they would scream. And so I couldn't walk anywhere near the monkey exhibit because they hated me for some reason, and they would throw their poop at me and then scream and laugh at me. And so I fucking hate them too. Okay, I fucking hate them. Like specifically me. They didn't have a problem with nobody else. Just me. And I was a kid. I was like 12. They just hated me. Just dodge it? I did. I don't think any of the poop hit me, but it's scary. They're big and scary. Well, they're not that big. But for a 12-year-old, they're big. They did fling poop. Yep, they do that. They do that. And that's unacceptable to me. Unacceptable. Unacceptable! And so I hate them. They started the war. The monkeys started the war. You can't blame me. They're evil. I never did anything to deserve such treatment. I was just a kid. And then I was a traumatized kid. Yeah, and the thing is, the zoo... that I was at the time, like their monkey stuff was well, sorry. Their monkey exhibit was like their main thing. They had a lot of monkeys. It was like 99.9% monkeys. That was like the main focal point of the zoo. So a lot of places you would walk, there would be monkeys. And I know it was specifically the chimps that targeted me. It was specific. Hey, you can see my flarp. You can see my flarp in the camera a little bit. That's my flarp. But I didn't trust any of them after that. I didn't trust any of them. I don't trust them still, not to this day. I don't trust monkeys. You know, I have to stop touching the glitter flarp because the other day I was playing with the glitter flarp and, you know, the glitter got all over my hands because there's glitter in the glitter flarp. Duh. And doesn't want to stay in, apparently. And then I went to bed. And then I woke up because something was in my eye, and I thought it was an eyelash, because, you know, normally when you get something in your eye, it's an eyelash in your eye. But it was not an eyelash. It was a tiny piece of glitter that got embedded in my top fucking eyelid. So every time I blinked or closed my eyes, it would scratch my freaking eyeball. It was the worst. It was the worst thing ever. It was so bad. It was terrible. It hurt so bad. And now I can't touch the glitter flarp as much as I want to. I can't, because I cannot have another piece of glitter get stuck in my eye. Glitter is evil. Glitter is truly evil. Just like one tiny piece of glitter. You know, you never think that something so tiny and shiny could do so much damage, but it did. How did I do that? I don't know. I went to sleep, and I guess some part of my body had a speck of glitter on it, and it somehow wound up in my eye. That's what happened. Yep. Glitter is evil. Monkeys are evil, and glitter is evil. And you know what would be the most evil thing ever? A monkey covered in glitter. Or a monkey that shits glitter? Oh god, that would be so evil. That would be so freaking evil. And like, can you think about how evil that would be? It'd be so evil, bro. Just shits glitter, and then it gets all in your eyes. Sounds like a Pokemon. Terrible Pokemon idea! No! No! Terrible Pokemon idea! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! No! Get freaked! No! It's my idea! I came up with it! If they make it a Pokemon, I'm gonna sue! Don't even think about it! Don't even think about it, Game Freak! Don't even think about it! Don't think about it! It's my original idea! I'm claiming it right now. Okay. Okay. So blah, 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 blah. I need to share something with you guys. First, I have to find it. Chitter? We would call the monkey, the glitter monkey, Chitter. What about Glunky? What about the name Glunky? What about Glunky? Glunky's funny. Glunky's a good name. Glitter monkey? Glunky? Glonk? Glonky. Glunky, Glonky. Glunky. Glumpy. Glumpy, it's a lumpy monkey. Full of glitter. Lumpy monkey full of glitter. That's Glumpy. Wait, why can't I find this thing? I need to find this thing. I'm not allowed to tell you the thing until I show you the thing. Honestly, I think that Pokemon should hire me to make some designs, because not only would I make good designs, but I would also make some really stupid, messed up, funny designs. Okay, I would make some really goofy designs, and I'd make some really terrible Pokemon. But you know, every gen needs some terrible Pokemon, and I can provide. Game Freak. Hire me. I'm here to provide both good Pokemon and terrible Pokemon. I can do both. I can do both. Send in your application. I wonder how they choose people to, like, make the designs. I'm guessing they've probably been in, like, game making for years and such. And that's how they decide, but I don't know. Glunky. Okay, this is the thing I need to share with you guys. There you go. What is this, you might ask? It is just a scary random YouTube link that's totally not gonna lead you to something terrifying. I should probably title it. Okay, there we go. Now it's titled. I'll pin it now. So tomorrow, I know it's not technically Maid Day tomorrow. Technically Maid Day is Sunday. It's Mother's Day. It's also Maid Day. Technically, it's Sunday, but we're releasing it on Saturday. We have a cover for all of you guys to go and watch tomorrow that premieres tomorrow, and we're all gonna be dressed up in maid outfits. I know this is something you've all been waiting for. You've all been like, oh, when are all the SVP girls gonna wear maid outfits? Oh, when are they gonna when are they gonna wear maid outfits? And I'm here to tell ya, tomorrow. Tomorrow it's happening. It's happening tomorrow. But yeah, you should definitely watch the premiere, and there might be some more goodies and surprises after it. Maybe even some merch. I didn't say that. But I think you'll want to keep an eye. So yeah. Look into it. So yeah. I feel like the thumbnail image doesn't really do us justice, but believe me, the MV in the song is gonna look really good. It's gonna sound really good too. This thumbnail's not really doing it justice, but it will look better than this thumbnail. I promise. It looks cute, yeah, but you can't see anybody, so it's kind of like it will once we're exposed. Once the maid outfits are exposed, it will be beautiful. It will be wonderful. Yeah. So tomorrow we are going to Tomorrow we're going to drop this cover. And maybe some other stuff. Maid-related stuff. And then I also have a stream tomorrow night. Where I'm gonna play a maid-themed game. An indie game called Maids of Storm that I haven't played before. But I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be playing that. And then... on... Sunday, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but, that actually is Maid Day. And I have a little maid karaoke, in possibly a 3D maid outfit. Prepared? Maybe? Blushes? Poops my pants? Sits on the floor? Peas? So you should show up for that. That's gonna be members only, though. It's the Snailbert Sunday. No church, just maid. Yeah, we're getting maid karaoke. Well, we'll probably work on some stuff after. You know, we'll probably work on some stuff after the karaoke if I'm not super tired. But the main event is the maid karaoke. I promise you it will be cute, and my skirt totally does not love to flip up at random times, and I need to fix that, but hopefully since it's a members only stream, YouTube won't kill me. The maid event. It'll be cute, I promise. And I still will not clean my room. You're in the way. Well, he's not in the way. Okay, so yeah. Definitely tune in for tomorrow's stream and the song tomorrow. And also tune in on Sunday if you are a Snailbert. For Snailbert Sunday, which will be maid karaoke. Alright. My neck hurts really bad. I think I'm gonna head out. Let me see who is live tonight. We're gonna raid into... Oh, perfect. We're gonna raid into, Chisato. Chisato! She's doing karaoke, and we're gonna raid into Chisato! Yeah. She just went live, so it's perfect timing. Perfect timing! Yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you enjoyed the stream, I don't know. Thank you for enjoying the stream. What's things that people say? I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure the roaches appreciate it. Fat Chud roaches. Look, this one on my head. He's coming to say goodbye, specifically. He's gonna say the whole like and subscribe thing and hit that notification bell. You're right, that's what he's gonna say. That's what he's gonna say. You can't hear him though because he's behind the glass. Alright, yep. So if you want to say snail raid, then say snail raid. We're gonna raid into Chisato, and she is doing karaoke. And I mean, if you don't want to say snail raid, then you can say roach raid because there's roaches. Yay, roaches. But you can also say snail raid. I mean, I would appreciate it if you said snail raid because I'm a snail. I know it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but did bro just piss on the glass? Anyway,